Hello and welcome everyone to it's our third live stream of Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters. I put my teeth back in. I nearly got through it, nearly said it correctly.
So close.
So close. So welcome everyone to our show. We're going to go through and play some of Chaos Gate with you on stream. We've got a very special stream today. We're facing off against a unique gargantuan enemy, but we'll talk about that in a moment. I'm excited, Paul, because this is our penultimate stream before launch, which is next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
So next Thursday we'll be streaming. We'll have a special stream for you next Thursday. It's a bit later because we've got a special guest on. So we're starting next week at 7:30 BST. I can't work out what that is in European American times because I'm not smart enough. So apologies, everyone. And we're going to be joined by Noah Jackson, who's the lead developer for Complex Games. He's going to join us for a brief period and talk us through one of the missions. And just have a general chit-chat about the game, which I know you're all really excited for. So yes, not long, Paul. It's a week and a day.
It's so close.
So close. What time does it come out on May 5th?
I believe it should be available at 3 PM BST, May 5th. I'm aiming to put a post out next week, which will have the time zones for most countries to make it a bit clearer, but aiming for 3 PM.
In 3 PM. There you go. Cool. So not long to wait until... I'm looking over here for my chat, because... Long story short, chat, my laptop was going to explode. Normally it's in front of me. Technical issue. I was told to don't basically turn it on because it might blow up. It was infested with Nurgle. So now our chat's over here. So I keep looking over here, muscle memory, and actually you're all over here. So hello, chat. Hello, everyone there. Hello, Baconoia. Hello, Cyberpunk. Hello, Isendar. Welcome. Where can one of us get one of those T-shirts the guys are wearing?
Well, keep an eye out on our social channels over the next few weeks, and you may find opportunities to get these T-shirts of your own.
Segue, nicely done. Thank you very much for that segue. Sorry, who's that? Isendar who said that. So yes, there we go. Hey guys, hey Wonky Chops, thanks for joining us. Welcome to all you loyal sons and daughters of the Emperor and all the heretics that may be lurking amongst you to the stream. So Paul, are you excited? What's happening in the world of Warhammer? Because there's lots of stuff going on for Chaos Gate prior to launch, but do you want to give us a rundown of what's happening on stream, what people can get, and where you're going this weekend?
Okay, well, I'll first off cover Twitch drops. So every stream, we've been given the opportunity to unlock some Twitch drops, and this stream, I think some of you may actually now be able to start claiming the last item, which is the Test of Faith weapon. But we'll give you a quick shot now. So if you would be kind, Adam. So these are the first few items you can get. You can get a specially branded Nemesis 4 sword called Ektar's Brand. These are visually different than the standard weapons, but are comparable in terms of stats. These are items rather than a skin. So if you get them, you'll be able to equip them to one knight, not all of them. But yeah, so there's a few of them you'll be able to unlock. So we've got Ektar's Brand, we've got Ektar's Blades, which have falchions, which I always struggle to pronounce correctly. We have Ektar's Wrath, which is a hammer. We have Forgiveness, which is a Stormbolt, which is a wonderful name for a thing that is blasting a hole in someone's face. Is Forgiveness. We have the Whim of Fury. I love that name.
It's my favourite name of all of them. It's my favourite, the Whim of Fury.
That is the Psy Cannon, I believe, so quite good for your Purgators. Then we have the Song of Purity, which is the Incinerator, and nothing says purity quite like fire.
No, that's well known as the purifying factor.
Indeed, and we have the Test of Faith, which is the last item you can unlock. That is a silencer, so a good long-range weapon for your Purgators. The way these work is that you start accumulating them just by watching on Twitch, Frontier Development's Twitch. The first one unlocks after, I think it's 30 minutes, then it's 45 minutes. Each time you unlock it, you need to click Claim in Twitch, and you need to have connected your Twitch and your Steam accounts via twitch.frontierstore.net. You will need to create a Frontier account to do that, but you don't need a Frontier account to play Chaos Gate. The reason you have to do the website is that's just kind of how Twitch drops work. There needs to be something that connects the two together so the magical forces can figure out what they need to do. The magical forces? That is how all technology works.
I think you'll find it's the Omnissiah, actually. Paul, we discussed this last stream, and it's the Mechanicum has decided that these are the steps you must take. Just quickly before you go on about the week, somebody asked, who is this Ektar person? Well, Ektar is one of the characters you meet in the game.
Brother Ektar.
Brother Ektar. So he he kind of acts as your mentor, your Obi-Wan, as you were to you're a new, not a new recruit, but you're new in position of command.
No
spoilers just yet. But so Hector's one of the characters in the game. So for those that are asking, so just to answer that question in chat, will there be another stream before release? There'll be a stream on release, and we're working out what we're doing post-release. This won't be the last you see of.
No.
Okay, we have far too much fun doing these streams. Actually, way too much fun.
And there will be. If you haven't got all of the Twitch drops by the end of the launch stream, there will be more opportunities to gain them in future. Just because of how Twitch works, Twitch drops work, you might need to technically start accruing them again, but we'll give you more opportunities to get them here. So
we're nice guys, really.
Yeah,
we're for the Emperor. For the Emperor. All right, okay, so that's kind of the stuff for this stream. There's a chance to win some actual other stuff, Paul, this weekend, believe it or not, if they come and visit you. Where are you this weekend, Paul? I'm quite jealous about this, actually.
So this weekend, Chaos Gate will be at Warhammer World, which is in Nottingham, UK. This is going to be during the... there's an event on called Into the Maelstrom, which is a big Warhammer tournament. And we will have sort of our own little area, little booths set up where anybody who wants to can come out and play Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters in person. I believe they'll be the first public.
I think if you're lucky enough to be at Warhammer World, and you not only they get to meet you, Paul, in the
I'm sorry in advance,
in the flesh, and some of our other members of the wonderful team from Frontier, but they'll be the first people to be able to get their hands on. First members of the public to actually play the game. So it'd be a world's first, I believe, for the public to be able to play it. So if you are there, grab yourself some time, take part in the competition. There's some goodies to be won.
Yeah, so we'll have a competition there as well. So after you've played the game and obviously fallen deeply in love with it, you can. We'll have a little iPad where you can give us your email address, and that'll put you in the running to win. Either the max prize, which is one of our merch kits, which is it's difficult to sort of describe it, but it's a proper little box. It's got a really nice sort of
it's themed appropriately.
Themed design, yep, and there should be a model in it, some model kits and things.
All the things you need to enjoy the hobby.
But there'll also be some game codes to give out as well.
The important yes, you can win copies of the game, which is really important. Just quickly, my chat isn't refreshing on the screen. It says there's new messages, so if you are messaging me, I can't see it. That was my really subtle way to tell our producer that I can't see the chat anymore, which he's on it. He's straight on it. It just comes up new messages for me. So if you have been messaging, I'm not ignoring you. It's just it's my fault. My laptop tried to kill me, essentially. So no spoilers, but will our warp dust consuming boy be in the game? I don't know what you're referring to. So I can't possibly answer that question. Is there another way to earn these drops, as I couldn't watch the earlier shows? Paul's just covered that off. I think there'll be more chance to win these.
Yeah, so you can unlock the drops by watching streams, and there will be another one for launch. So there should be time to get, maybe not all of the drops if you're starting to watch today, but you should be able to get most of them. But there will be opportunities to get more in the future. So this isn't your last chance to get them ever. There will be more chances.
Someone just said, they can't see us riot. Well, actually, the Astronomicon has been restored. The Emperor's Light shines again, and we can now see all of chat, so no rioting in chat. Thank you. So there we go. After respect the machine spirit. I did respect the machine spirit. It was Paul that said it was magic, right? Just to be clear, when the Omnissiah takes his wrath out, it's going to be on Paul.
I mean, that was a given from the start, let's be honest.
I think so. Right, okay, so everyone needs to behave. Yes, thank you, Heather. And thanks to all the mods that are in the chat. So there we go. So that's kind of like where we're at with, we've talked about Twitch drops. We've talked about the stream next week being slightly later. We've got special guests with Noah coming. It's our launch stream. We're doing a special mission. But we're doing a special mission today as well, Paul, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is going to be tough. This is going to be very, very tough.
So this one's going to be a little bit different to how the previous streams have gone. Previously, I've done a mission, and then Arthur's done another mission. This time round, we're both going to be doing the same mission. However, we're going to mix it up a bit with the Grey Knights we select and the items we select. And the reason that being is we're going to be up against a significant challenge.
Yes, a significant challenge. Now, it'd be a lot of gameplay in this, so it'd just be sort of Paul and I just going through the mission playthrough ourselves. Because a lot of stuff we kind of covered off in the previous streams, and a lot of stuff we kind of want you all to discover yourselves, and that's a really important part of everyone's play experience. But there will be some extra stuff we want to talk about in terms of like how you can also spend the seeds that we talked about harvesting. The last previous streams, if you missed them, and please go back and watch them. Paul and I went on missions to recover some seeds of the
And
bloom.
obviously, I found all of them and didn't lose them
anyone.
all to
It
violence.
was perfect. Vikir was very, very happy with our performance.
She loves me. She's like my bestest mate.
#1 ally. But there's also, we use those seeds for research, but also there's there's other uses for the seeds which we'll show you
today.
on today. So if we flick to the game just for a second, there we go. Right, so this is our sight and screen, and you can see here, Paul. It says here the objective. Well, we've got two things on screen here. Though I guess the main one, it just says
Kill a Reaper.
Kill a Reaper. So
Yeah.
Paul, without giving too much away.
So I'm not going to give away a lot of the story. This is again something you want to discover, but there are some significant opponents in Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters referred to as Reapers. And these are significantly more dangerous than some of the enemies you will have encountered before. And we've got that nicely represented on our screen by, you can see this world, which has all 5 of the corruption levels.
You've done a bad job here, Paul.
Yeah, and a giant big icon of a skull with horns. And I think universally know that's
Bad.
not good.
I mean, it's the equivalent of a red barrel, isn't it? When you see a red barrel in a game, don't go near it because something bad is going to happen.
And so what this is we will be facing Agar the Benevolent.
Well, he sounds lovely.
He's a great chap.
Great in many respects. Size, power. He's got a lot going on. I'm not sure he's going to be winning any beauty contests. If I'm totally honest.
How dare you? He is a stunning example of the physical form.
Okay, well, this is great. So we'll move on to So
I've thrown you already. Excellent.
You have a little bit. So we're going to go to this mission. So our mission here is obviously to defeat this enemy, and make no mistake, there's a very good chance we'll fail this mission.
Yes. So I've played through this a couple of times. Arf hasn't.
I have not played it
through it at all. Agar, just for a bit of context, is a greater demon. He's one of the great unclean ones of Nurgle. That means he is sort of essentially in the image of Nurgle, and he big, and he do hurty bad. Yeah,
I think one of the things you'll notice is when we get into this, and you can really see, and Paul and I were talking about this off stream, is it's Complex's love for the subject matter. When you look at this greater demon and you see Agar, he looks and moves like you would expect him to look, how he should look. It's a fantastic model. If something so gross could be so beautiful, they've done a really good job. It's not just the horrible gelatinous body, it's also the way that sort of moves around and stuff like that. So
I mean, a great unclean one is a proper corpulent being.
Yes.
So they are fully bloated. It's not so much like fat as it is just festering corruption. And Complex have done a fantastic job in modelling it and animating it.
Sorry, Langton says, he big and do hurty bad, I believe was the last of the Emperor's words before taking his place on the Golden. I think it was, just after Horus did the damage. They said, any last words just of wisdom, sire?
He do big and he do hurty bad.
He do big, he do hurty bad. And they're like, right, well, this must mean something.
This is why I didn't get the Black Library job.
Well, you know, I'd have bought your books. Okay, so let's have a look. So we're back on the game screen, that's fine. So let's have a look at where we're going to go. So we're going to take turns at doing this. So we're going to select our squad and also how we're going to upgrade our squad. So let's start having a look at this now.
So I'm going to click Start Mission here, and we can choose any of the Grey Knights we want. So for example, as the default option at the moment, we have the bunch of knights we had before. I haven't decided. I'm not going to have a librarian, so I'm going to go to Swap Knight, and I am going to have a Purifier, and I get the option to upgrade him as well from his abilities. He's new. So I'm going to give this person the Astral Aim ability, and I'm going to give, no, I don't need to give them Armor Pierce, I'm going to give them Rapid Reload. So I'm going to confirm those, but you can see all of this stuff is built largely around doing flamey, burn. What is wrong with me?
I don't know, Paul, but I want there to be a mod where you come in and do all of the tooltips for the game. This is the flamey, burn.
Stab, do a stabby stab.
Yeah.
Hammer, hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a Purifier. His whole focus is range attacks, and mostly with the Flamethrower. So having a Force Sword doesn't really work for what I want them for. So I'm going to change them to an Incinerator. Now, we have a nice selection of items for this particular playthrough. We can have the standard, which is this one here. We can have a slightly new one, which is like the Hell Scorcher. But I'm going to look at this one here, Demon's End.
And that number underneath is the tier level, right? So
yes,
these are tier 2.
That's
So there's a third tier as well, isn't there?
There's a third tier.
There is a third tier, so.
I believe in this build there is one third tier, and that would be the Destroyer of Chrysalix, which is one of the relics of Titan.
Yeah, which you can get in the Castellan edition, I believe. Is that right? Is that
no,
right?
You can pre-order and you can get the relics of Titan.
There we go. So if you pre-order the game, which you still can, and you get the relics of Titan, of which the Order of Chrysalix is, or Destruction of Chrysalix, I'll get it right.
It's the Destroyer of Chrysalix.
Destroyer of Chrysalix you get in the pre-order. If you order the Castellan edition, you get access to Garen Crow.
Yes.
And the Black Blade of Antwer, which is really cool. He's a unique unit you can pick up in a story mission in the game. He has a unique skill tree, which is very, very cool. And he has a very unique, distinct look, and also he's wielding the Black Blade of Antwer. And if you know a bit about
cool.
your Grey Knight history, he's a very cool character to have, especially in this fight.
Okay, so I'm going to equip this flamethrower. Now, what you can see here is I have the option to upgrade. If you look on the right-hand side here, I have these upgrade options. So I can choose to give this one a plus 15 arc, which means the spread. And I can also give it the opportunity to purge more, but with a plus 25% chance to apply. Now, I click upgrade, you can see we have a limited number of resources here. They use the seeds that you collect from stabbing.
So when we were not collecting the seeds and just
when we were not
them,
collecting the seeds, we weren't perhaps
helping
doing
ourselves.
The best. I mean, there are ways to get seeds
outside of this,
other than doing that, but yeah, we were a little bit more
trigger happy.
Yes, purge the heretic rather than give me the things.
Yeah.
So we have a limited number of resources. These resources apply to across all of your Grey Knights. So if I upgrade this one now, it will reduce that to 6 for everybody. But giving my Purifier an increased arc is a good thing, so I'm going to upgrade that.
Exactly. That's costing us obviously 2 of those seeds. Now, bearing in mind, when we talked about this before in previous streams, these are individual items. So what Paul's doing there is upgrading that particular incinerator. So that's not doing it for all of them. So when we talked about, as you have your unique playthroughs, you'll start to develop unique characters with their own skill trees, with their own unique armor. It's very much like true to the lore. All of their equipment has its own history and its own lore, which you will build up along the way. So that suit will become a specific suit tailored to a particular librarian, or a particular purifier, or a particular justicar. So I'm very excited on launch to see different builds, how people have gotten through what their classes and how they've been sort of upgrading their weapons and suits to enhance those classes' abilities, because that's all part of, when we talk about the multitude of tactics in this game, that's all the stuff you need to be thinking about. Sorry, Paul, I just had to get my little thing in there.
So we can now upgrade their armor as well. So this Purifier doesn't have Terminator armor lock, so they can only use power armor. However, their power armor isn't necessarily worse than Terminator. They're both kind of different. So Terminator armor does tend to have more armor. However, power armor gives them the ability to sort of climb up walls and jump over things. So
trade-off, right? So it's maneuverability or armor, right?
So it works quite well for the ranged characters. So we've got quite a lot of the things. Why is Adam giggling?
I want to make the ultimate mind bullet. I want to make the ultimate mind bullet.
I pre-ordered the Castellan Champion Edition, and I now have less money for food, but I am happier.
That's good. Well, the Emperor is pleased. Mind bullet, I'm hoping that's a reference to Tenacious D. So that's cool. So what we're doing here, we're looking at the armor.
Okay, so we're now looking at armor. So, for example, we can choose the Hero's Plate that has increased health points, which is quite a nice thing to have. And I can choose to upgrade it to have more HP, which, I'll be honest, is very tempting for a Purifier. I can give them a point of armor, or I can give them a passive equipment slot. So I'm going to give them this one, and I'm going to give them the passive equipment slot. Oh, I have to click upgrade first. There we go. Cool. And I'll show you why that's useful in a minute.
So someone just said that's a lot of armor. It is, but remember, these are unique suits. So
yes.
I can't remember how many knights you had in your roster there. I think you've got 8 knights in your roster.
And it's also worth noting that we are on a pre-launch build. This is a bit of a sneaky build, but we're just giving you an overview of things.
Yeah. So you'll build up your own armory, and you'll build up your own sort of set of armor and weapons for all of your knights, but you also bring up your own roster of knights as well.
Yeah.
And as we've said before, you can deploy injured knights. That's fine. And just they take less damage, and then they'll be critically injured, and then they might be dead, which is a bit harder to come back from. Unless, of course, you're the Emperor of Mankind. Although he technically didn't die.
He
technically,
is eternal.
Eternal, yeah, yeah.
So As with the thing that the armor class, this has now given this one additional equipment slots. So first things first, I'm going to give them war gear, and I'm going to give them another grenade.
More grenades. We like grenades, Paul.
Yeah. So I can give him the default grenade, which has been leveled up to 2, which does a blast attack. That's the one we've shown you before. That's nice to
see one that says void, Paul.
We could give them a crack grenade, which deals 2 damage, well, 2 to 3 damage, but has a sort of nice over area. The blind grenade has a habit of blinding people, which is useful because it has a sort of smoke effect. I'm not going to go through all of them, even though I could, but there's quite a lot of ones that hopefully some people in chat might be a little bit excited about.
So what was that last one? Imperium Brain
Mine.
That sounds friendly.
But I'm going to pick this one.
Yes, we go with Ronsil.
And I'm going to give them another one. And now it comes to equipment. So you can get these.
Oh, to answer the question, someone's just asked, will this end up being this taking the 4 same knights on a mission and then one dies, you end up really low rank? The campaign for this game is very, very long, so part of the planning of this is to not do that. And I mean, you can absolutely just focus on one set of 4 knights, but you will encounter that problem. And as we've said in the previous streams, you are not the only force at work here. So whilst you're in charge of the Baleful Edict and the Strike Force, and you're the Force Commander going around making your strategic decisions, there is an entity who's very, very accustomed to warfare, especially the Imperium's level of warfare, who is the mastermind behind this particular bloom that's spreading through the sector, and they're making their own moves. My advice and our advice, and feel free to not listen to us after this playthrough entirely, is make sure you have a wide and deep sort of catchment of Grey Knights to use. Do not focus on just a very small number. It's
also worth mentioning that if you upgrade the Baleful Edict's barracks, you can get higher ranked knights in the off.
So you won't. So yeah, it's a really good point. So if you've upgraded, if you watch our previous stream, we talk about upgrading a ship. If you upgrade your barracks, you won't just get in I don't want to say rookie Grey Knight, because no Grey Knight is a rookie, but you'll get a more experienced Grey Knight will turn up into your barracks.
So anyway, these are equipment. These are a little bit different to the war gear and stuff before. So you've seen grenades, you've seen servitors. These are passive boosts that you can give to your characters, of which one of them is the Domina Liber Demonica, which is one of the items you can get as part of pre-ordering.
I thought that was a Madonna song, but fine, it's not. It's the Domina Liber Demonica, that's fine.
What?
I don't know. It just sounds like it could have been from a Madonna
like
song.
A demon.
Yeah. Possessed for that. Anyways, let's move on. No one wants to hear us sing and dance, Paul.
I mean, I think they do, but we're not going to let that happen. So these do a bunch of passive abilities. For example, I can give this one here that will increase the critical damage for ranged attack. I can give this one, which gives them more ammo. This one here, which increases their willpower, so pretty nice for a librarian, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go through all of them. I think the ability to reload is going to come in really useful for this particular character.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually really excited because I've seen obviously, for full context for the stream and for chat, we've watched this game come through development for almost for a long period of time now. So almost like 9-10 months we've been looking at this in various different stages. So I've seen sort of Agar in various forms, which is quite apt actually considering what he is. Or what it is. So I'm excited to see him in this mission, and I'm excited to see. But I'm confident, Paul. I'm confident. I'm very, very confident in you. But what we do on every stream, we must name our valiant knights. So do we have a name for what knight is this? We're naming here. This is it's our purifier.
I'll mention for Trogdor. Always appreciate it. Someone said Madonna.
Bob Sparkle. Look, can we not do this again, chat? I mean, we've had Bob. We had Bob, Paul.
Sorry, one of them has it. Sillet Bang.
Sillet Bang, yep.
Bang, and the demon's gone.
And the demon is gone. Okay, cool. So that's a purifier. It's called Sillet Bang. Great.
There we go.
Good, strong imperial name. Next up, we have one of our chonky boys. This is the paladin, right?
I'm going to swap this one out, I think.
Ooh. So it's interesting for me to watch this because you've played through this before. So I'm looking at you, and you seem to be going for mobility here. So I'm curious.
So I would like a Justicar for this one.
Okay.
I'm going to swap their melee weapon to a Demon Hammer, and let's give him, if I can actually click it, the Destroyer of Chrysalis!
Ah, it's almost like we mentioned this before, Paul.
Yeah. So I'm going to give them this one, and I am going to upgrade it to give them additional damage, which I can't do because I don't have the seeds.
Oh, you spent them, Paul, didn't you? See?
I did. I chose badly. Where is it? I am going to upgrade its crit chance.
So again, there you go. There's a perfect example of like thinking through your decisions, because once you've made them, you've made them. So that, I mean, don't worry, that other knight has got a fantastic. Silit Bang has got an amazing weapon set because he was first in line. He was like the first in the dinner queue, and now everybody else is like, well, what's left? So they've got mac and cheese. Is what they've got.
Yeah. But this Justicar, because they've been leveled up and had joined the ability tree, they had the option to learn Terminator armor, so they can now equip both. So I could choose to do power armor for mobility, or I could choose Terminator armor for defense. I've played this before. I'm choosing defense.
Okay.
Which was the armor I wanted to give? Bear with me.
For a moment, I thought that armor was called violence, and I was like, you've literally chosen violence, Paul.
So I'm going to give them vigilance. I can click upgrade. Oh, actually no, there was one that had more. Where are you? There we go. Will of the Aegis.
So Wonky Chops, we're aiming for around about 2 hours on this stream, like we do on sort of most of the streams. It may be a bit earlier, may go a bit longer. I think the previous 2 streams went longer than 2 hours, but this is a bit different with more gameplay this focus, so it might be bang on the 2 hours or slightly under. But as we said before, if you miss your Twitch drops between now and launch, we will find ways to make sure you can re-earn these.
And make sure that you are claiming them when you get the option to claim them, because when you've claimed it, that starts the timer for the next item. So always do that, and make sure you are connected your Steam or Epic to your Twitch via twitch.frontierstore.net.
So someone's asked a question about the Twitch shots, saying, are they usable across multiple save files? I think they are.
Yeah.
They're linked to the account. It's not linked to the save, so it's linked to that account. So you can have 20 games, but all 20 games will have the Twitch drop items in them. But you only get 1 item per game.
Yes.
That makes sense,
so
right?
One item can have the Ektar's brand, and you can't then give it to the other one.
So I'll say, I'm going to make it clear for myself. So it's like Ektar's brand, once you've earned it, will be in every single save game that you have, but of different save games. Be clear on this. But only 1 Ektar's brand. So you don't get like 20 Ektar's brands in each save game. I think I've made sense.
But for other items, you have to earn them through gameplay. So you're not going to get if you've played through and you've unlocked the Will of the Aegis, you're not going to get Will of the Aegis in another playthrough.
Ancro Faust, thanks for your support. They said they've already pre-ordered and have been watching the game since last year. So has Mark Greg, thank you. I'm super pumped for this. I love 40k, I love all the lore, read all the books and stuff like that. So excited for this. I love this type of game. I know I work here, whatever. This game's amazing, so I'm excited for you to play it.
I'm very much looking for it. I mean, personally speaking, whilst I've been able to play the game, we've been playing dev builds. I'm really looking forward to playing my own campaign, just because it's really fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. Someone said, Tessa says, I've booked time off next week just to play this. Excellent. The Emperor is pleased.
So just to quickly go over what I'm going with this one, I've got the options here to upgrade their armor and to also upgrade their resistance. I'm actually going to choose both for this character.
Do you have enough? You do have enough.
I do have enough, and it'll cost me, but when we get to the fight, you will see why.
So you got the armor, and what was the other thing you upgraded there? Sorry.
Resistance.
And resistance.
So resistance,
I imagine he's going to be,
So resistance gives you the option to stop certain status effects. So things like reduces damage from being on fire, stuff like that. So I want to up that a bit for this fight. So I've given them some nice sword and a nice armor. I'm going to go to, rather than give them a frag grenade, there is one here.
So Carnita says, I took early retirement just to play this game. I mean, that is dedication. Dedication, Carnita. Is Carnita the name from Khan, as in the Khan the Betrayer? Khan, who could have been a good guy, Khan. He seemed like an okay guy, but his daddy Primarch was just not having it, and the Butcher's Nails just kind of do them all in. That's
That was the question we were going to ask.
We were going to ask, actually, because we asked what people's favourite chapters were, didn't we?
No, I know what your favourite Traitor Legion is.
Yeah, so if you had to have a favourite Traitor Legion, I'm assuming the chat is only full of the Emperor's finest, but if you were to have a favourite Traitor Legion, who would it be? I'd be curious to see who it would be.
I mean,
Emp's Children, Alpha Legion. I'm not sure they're all that bad, you know.
I know they're in the game, but I've always been a fan of Death Guard. Death
Guard are solid, yeah. Hydra Dominatus, so that's the World Eaters. Everyone's saying it's misunderstood. Thousand Suns, there's a lot of Night Lords. I haven't seen the guys with the wings on the helmets and stuff like that. Alpha Legion or Night Lords. I've missed some of those. There's a lot going. Light Lords. My favourite Trace Legion. There we go. Someone said it. Dark Angels. Yeah, why has someone said Dark Angels? Come on. As a Space Wolf, the Space Wolf is the only chapter you really need to worry about, really. And we're not fans of the Dark Angels because we know they're wrong-uns. They're wrong-uns.
I think you'll find the Dark Angels are great.
They're dirty wrong-uns.
I think they'll find they're misunderstood.
Yeah.
Anyway, so rather than give a grenade to my Justicar, I have given them the emblematic Pauldron Tier 2, which gives them a passive increase of 6 max HP, and that's going to come in very useful. Oh, and last but not least, I should probably change their Stormbolter. So we've got
someone's asked a really good question, actually, and one I generally don't know the answer to, which is, are there Easter eggs in this game? I'm fairly certain there probably are. I haven't found it yet, but then we're not looking at that at the moment. But I will ask the question, and I won't spoil it. If there are some, I'll get some answers for you. Maybe it's a question next week we can ask Noah when he's on, and see if there's they snuck anything into the game we might want to be aware of.
Okay, I'm going to give them...
Lunar Wolves. I'm not going to take that, Lord Jeff, because Lunar Wolves technically weren't a Traitor Legion. They were the good guys then, and even when they were Sons of Horus, they were kind of good to a point, and then they went bad. They went bad. But Lunar Wolves, I think, were kind of good. So we need another name here.
Choose the form of the Destructor.
Chet. Chet. I kind of like it.
Oh,
but,
I like Dread.
Dread. Okay, all right. Dread's Paul's overridden me. Don't worry. Maybe Chet will get in my playthrough.
Look at me, I'm the captain now. Okay, for my next character, I'm actually going to stick with the Interceptor, I think. Or am I?
Paul's indecision here. So if you've just joined us, welcome to our live stream. It's our third live stream. I'm Arthur, this is Paul. I don't think we introduced ourselves before. But anyways,
we
I'm
just
Arthur.
Randomly assumed people knew who we were by our magnificence.
Why wouldn't they? We're two parts of a boiled egg. I'm the top part. anyways, welcome to our Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate live stream. It's our third live stream. It's a penultimate live stream before we hit launch day on May the 5th, which is next week. The game will be live at 3 p.m. BST. Please don't ask me what time that is in European or American times, because I am an idiot and I can't convert the times in my head. And next week will be slightly later for our launch stream. We'll be live from 7:30 BST, where we'll have a special guest, which is Noah Jackson, who's game director for Complex Games and sort of one of the masterminds behind this incredible product that we're showing you today. So welcome. There are Twitch drops enabled. We're not going to go through that again because we always talk about Twitch drops a lot, but there are Twitch drops you can start to earn them. Or I would say to make sure you've linked your account and make sure when you see something you've got, claim it, and then it'll start the next one. Paul, what was your decision? What did you go for?
So I'm going for an Interceptor, and I've given them an increased critical chance for melee damage, and I've also given them that wonderful teleport strike ability. So I'm going to confirm the promotion, and let's change their loadout. This one is another power armor one, so I want to focus on one that gives a good amount of critical on melee, so I don't need willpower. That one's already chosen. So you can see here the little icon in the corner there. That means that we've already given that to somebody.
Okay, yes, that's in use.
Give them armor.
Send him without armor, Paul. That'd be a bold move, Cotton. Send him in without any armor or weapons. Talk him down.
You're trying to sabotage me from the off. I like that.
Rasboz05, I'm watching all chat. I am like the Emperor himself, whilst I'm not sat on the Golden Throne, interred for all eternity, guiding the ships through the warp. I am seeing all of chat, so if you have a question, please ask. I'm sorry if I missed it, but chat is moving really quick.
So I've given them one which has increased resistance, and I'm going to upgrade that resistance.
Okay. You've done a lot of upgrade to resistance to this. I'm guessing we're going to get hit by that. No worries, Respawn. No worries at all. I understand that sometimes people feel we only watch Twitch, but we are watching it everywhere. But thank you for joining us and your support.
I'm going to give them Falchions, which is the technical term.
How many souls do I eat every day? I don't think that's to me. I think it's you, Paul. At service, I'd say you are more inclined to eat a soul.
You need to have at least a balanced diet of at least 3 regular souls and 2 corrupt souls.
Oh, okay. For a balanced diet.
For a balanced diet, you don't want to have it too high.
Spent.
If you have too many normal souls, you become a bit sort of regular. If you have too many corrupt, you go all weird. You need to have the balance between the two.
Well, that's far more of an in-depth answer than I thought you were going to give me, Paul, but that's great. Chat will correct me on this, but I think in law, and I'm not sure, so chat has to correct me on this, but the Emperor must be fed, and I think it's 1,000 souls, psychic souls a day. It might be 10,000, I'm not sure. But to keep him 10,000, there you go, it's 10,000 souls a day.
So just a small number.
So
what I'm going through is perfectly fine.
You're
it's
fine.
a diet.
Yours is practically, you're like, you're waste away. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Arth's currently in his head going, what is he talking about
Well,
now?
I'm just going to go with the flow because you're scaring me, Paul, and I don't want to upset you. Now we've got 1,000. So look, it's a lot. It's a lot of people to keep the old boy alive, to keep him going strong.
Okay, so I can't upgrade this falchion, so I'm going to stick with what we have. And I'm going to give them a new Storm Bolter.
Someone's asked a question about the enemies you're facing in the game. In this campaign, you're facing against the forces of Nurgle, yes. I'm not going to spoil everything, but you are fighting against the Bloom, which is a Nurgle speciality that's been dished up into the sector, and you've been deployed to sort of eliminate the Bloom and seek out the source of it.
Okay, I'm going to give my Interceptor a Servo Skull to heal.
Yep.
So I have an additional heal option. Let me go to character. We can choose a name.
We need a name. So give us a name for Greg. Eisenhorn, very famous Inquisitor, Eisenhorn. Flanagan. Baldrick. Now, I like this, only because someone said you have a very Tony Robertson-esque voice.
Oh, do I?
Well, look, chat. He's just said he eats souls.
I have a very cunning plan.
There we go. I think Baldrick could be a name. It could be a name.
Let's go with Baldrick.
Go with Baldrick. There we go. That was a really good impression, actually. I did enjoy that. Heather G says at some point she'd love to hear your evil laugh, Paul Skeletor. But I'm sure it will happen. I'm sure during this playthrough
that will happen either when I do badly or when Arth does.
Yeah.
And
I'm the TV says it was perfect. So there we go.
Okay, so we have one more Grey Knight to choose from. Now, if I'm using intelligence with this lineup that I've got, I'd pick an Apothecary. However, I'm going to let the chat choose the next Grey Knight. So
you're taking it Librarian. You're going for yeah. I mean,
so
we would
chat,
go with.
Do you want Librarian, Paladin, Chaplain, or Apothecary?
Oh, what class do you want? Yeah. What
or
class?
Purgatory. You can have a Purgatory as well.
Purgatory. So, someone said I've got a Chaplain in there. Apothecary sounds good. Binky, the Apothecary.
2 for Apothecary.
Paladin, Chaplain. Oh, it's between.
It's between Chaplain. I think Chaplain has just beaten it, so we will go with a Chaplain.
Oh, okay. All right.
This could be my undoing.
I think it might be. Well, I don't know, because maybe some of the litanies, when we discussed this in the last playthrough, litanies are super important, which the Chaplain can deploy across all the Grey Knights to give them special buffs. So maybe the Resistance litany, has he got one of those? Can we do anything on here? Maybe, we'll see.
I don't know if this one actually does, but so I'm going to give this one the Catechism, Crazius Arcanum. The Crazius Arcanum is unique to the Chaplain, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the points to upgrade anything. No, so I can't upgrade that further. But this one's going to come in useful because it afflicts vulnerable, and that makes the enemies more susceptible to damage.
Yeah. Sorry, Jake, just to answer your question, if someone's injured in battle and then healed in battle, will they still be wounded? Yes, because you have to. What that is basically saying is essentially that Apothecary is just patching them up so they could, carry on fighting for the battle. They're still wounded, but they've been allowed to sort of fight on.
Okay.
Razbon, I hope there's so much gore you get sent to the Blood God. Well, on that note, after we've done our playthrough, I've got a little treat for you actually, and we'll talk about that later on. So you're talking about things that are, well, it is gory. I can't lie, it's pretty brutal. But I'll show you afterwards, chat. Something I asked for, and we've got a little something for you.
So I've leveled that up, and I'm going to give this one Servo Skull as well because I have no Apothecary. There we go. And now we need a name.
We need a name.
No Skeletor references this time.
Yeah, Skeletor was used last time, unfortunately.
Oh, there was a Hordak though. Oh, tempting the Hordak.
Tim.
Sorry, Hordak has won.
Hordak?
Sorry.
Skeletor's... Is it Skeletor's boss? Was he the boss of Skeletor?
Well, it depends. If you're going with the original 80s cartoon, he sort of... he was kind of like the boss character, and then in the sort of the early 2000s version, Hordak was the person who gave Skeletor his power after Skeletor was badly injured. And then if you're going with the modern version, he's the evil clone of Horde Prime.
Well, Paul knows a lot about He-Man. There we go. So Hordak it is. Hordak is our chaplain. Hordak, who we're hoping is nicer than the one...
What's that? All my cool points have gone?
Okay, right, there we go. So we're ready, are we? Are we ready?
We are ready.
So we've upgraded our knights. We have our chaplain, we have an Inceptor, a Justicar, and a Purifier.
We also enable a stratagem.
We haven't talked about these, Paul. Do you want to go through what these are? Because these are other things you can unlock via Vikir, right?
So as you research things, you can... I forgot about that sound effect. You can research stratagems, which are things you can apply to your Grey Knight. So they're kind of a bit like the warp surges that do things to the Nurgle minions. You can do these things to your knights. I've just seen Precision Bombard, but I know you played this. You know what you're going to go for, but I just saw Orbital Bombing. So I'm going to pick Quicksilver, and I'm going to pick Heal. I think go for nice and simple options.
There we go. And you can upgrade these as you go along in the campaign. So again, how you spend your seeds, where you spend your research. This is all very important to you, and how you play your particular play style. So. Yeah.
And I'll tell you in advance now, I will most likely have forgotten I've equipped these by the time we get
chat will help us. We'll rewind. Now listen, chat, this is for Paul's going up against Agar, the Uncleans, who just joined us as Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate. Daemonhunters, we're about to take on one of the Reapers. I'll say no more. Paul, I wish you the very best of luck.
So there will be a little bit of a story narrative before he loads in. So let's get this mission started, and you get to meet him. And I genuinely enjoy this character. I found him quite fun. Because if you know your great unclean...
Sorry, someone's just asked, is there any Alpha Legion in chat? If they were, they wouldn't tell you.
In his name, let none survive. Yes, Tachyon 131.
Right, here we go. I'm excited for you, Paul.
Okay. Tension mounts. Okay. And here we go.
Well. What do we have here? Pilgrims on a holy journey to receive their benedictions. Come now, bow before your rightful king, and I will bestow you all such wonderful gifts.
Commander, be warned. The demon's vile spawn already infest this planet.
Such an ungrateful tone wends its way from above. This one, I sense, despises my loyal flock unfairly.
It can bring to bear hordes of those vile Nurglings. You must be wary.
If you will not accept what I offer, then I must regretfully request you depart my realm. No? But you will make a fine sop for my nephews. They are always ever so hungry.
Yes, that is Agar. If I scroll over to you...
I mean, Captain British said at least he's polite. I mean, he is polite.
I'm a big fan of Nurgle lore, because in terms of the other Chaos Gods, the Machinations, Nurgle is, for want of a better phrase, the most jolly.
He looks jolly.
Well, yeah. So his minions tend to have quite a happy... Well, his demonic minions tend to have a sort of a happy countenance to it. The Great Unclean ones, for example, tend to stroll along the battlefields laughing away, and they've got the little Nurglings, and they tend to be sort of cooing and cuddling and playing with them, and then casually stepping on them as they go. But
someone just said he's Chaos Santa, which is probably very apt.
He was the character in our Christmas
yes, he was.
message.
Yes, he was.
He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's going to find out who gets boils or lice.
Yeah, that was a lovely little passage you put together for us, Paul.
But yeah, so I was just talking about the model earlier. If you look, he's got, for a better phrase, sort of proper sort of jiggle animation to him. So he's not like a muscle thing. I mean, obviously,
someone's created the word thick. Thick is a good word. He is a thick.
Him thick boy.
He's thick boy.
But he's a proper sort of corpulent monster, and Complex have done an absolutely astounding job of it. If I rotate the camera a bit, you can
get his best side, Paul.
Yeah, get his best side.
There we go.
He's casually adorned with a loincloth, so you can't.
To spare his modesty.
Him too much.
Modesty. Yeah.
But yes, so that is Agar, and so the way I've played this before, so I'm going to explain what the mechanics will be. He is obviously going to come and attack you in a variety of ways. He has a bunch of plague bearer minions around the map. You can see a few of them with him there. He can also summon new ones in, his precious nephews. But his main annoyance is the Nurglings. He will summon Nurglings himself, and they'll attack you. They don't do vast amounts of damage, but they're basically a sort of irritant. But the danger with them, well, I'll let you see why they're dangerous in a bit. But they are spawned from him, and also from a number of spawners.
Is that one over there?
That is a spawner here, yes.
Yeah.
So that is basically a building, for want of a better phrase, that will periodically spawn Nurglings. So I want to destroy these as soon as I possibly can. Mm-hmm. So right now I have selected my Justicar, and I can't quite reach the one I know is here. So I'm going to move him over here.
Aha.
And you can see one has turned up here, and I am going to try and shoot it, which I can do. And I could do the Cybolt. And as you can see, that will increase the warp surge here by 5%. When the warp surge happens, a variety of things can happen, and that's really
and none of it good is the important part.
That's really what can determine how this goes. So if you get there's ones that, for example, take away your ability to use range attacks. There's ones that create dangerous areas, and they really can totally change how the battle goes. But I'm going to shoot at this with Cybolt enabled. Cybolt basically boosts my ranged attack.
And that uses their willpower for this, doesn't it?
Yes, it uses their willpower.
So when you look at the knights, you see on the bottom there it says how much willpower they have. So this person has 17 or 17.
So my chaplain has 17 because I put loads into it.
So and as you use these things, that will drain down that willpower. You can get willpower back by doing various actions, but every time you use your will, you are tampering with the warp, and therefore it increases the chance of, or the percentage chance of a warp surge. So if we about show a litany or something, I think.
So my chaplain has these abilities called litanies. So unlike other abilities that you activate and that's that, with these they're essentially a toggle. And we've shown you it on a previous stream where we had the advanced classes. One of them means that when we execute a target, all the knights gain an additional AP. However, for this particular fight, I think this one, the words of power that give +1 critical damage, are going to become a bit more useful.
I'm going to guess that Agar's got quite a few hit points.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we want to make sure you're going. So someone's asked a question here: can you upgrade your squad size? So it's a squad size of 4. Your strike force will always be 4 knights that go in. There will be missions though where there is more than 4 of you, and I won't say any more than that.
Yeah.
But you traditionally will be going in with squads of 4.
And it's worth noting that these are grey knights. They are the
best of the
pinnacle,
best. Yes.
Of warriors. So the fact that you've got 4 isn't like a disadvantage. You are going to punch a lot of people. I can't quite reach anything, so I'm going to move my chaplain here. One thing I should have pointed out earlier. This map, there's
I was going to ask you about this. Green is the one I'm going across that, right?
So this world has been essentially almost fully corrupted by Nurgle, and that means it is hecka deadly.
But you can use waypoints by clicking and
clicking.
Yes,
I can use waypoints, so if I wanted to move, I can do that. But this is
someone's just asked about, so I missed that, but we just get random characters with generic names. You can fully, if you missed it, you can fully customise your characters. They will have a sort of a surname which they'll call out, but you can give them their own name. Yeah. You can customise their face, their armour, their lettering, all that sort of stuff can go into that. You can fully customise your Grey Knights. Some of them are true to law, those to the chaplain, you won't be taking his helmet off, you always have the helmet on. But there's lots of ways to customise, and as Paul mentioned earlier, later on in the game, if you've upgraded your barracks, when you recruit a new knight in, you don't have to recruit in as a less experienced knight. You can get a greater experienced knight. I hope that answers your question.
So I'm playing this particular Interceptor, and we've leveled them up a lot. So if you've seen our first stream where we showed the Interceptor, you'll notice that the thing was relatively small. This has a much bigger teleportation range.
Go quite a distance.
So he is very mobile, and I can't use that there, so I'm going to teleport right next to this spawner.
So you should, that's one action point, right? So you should be able to attack twice now,
so
maybe?
I should now be able to hit this with my Interceptor. So I'm going to do one with Force Strike, and I'm going to do one without.
Yeah, because the reason why Paul's on that chat, as we just discussed, no point in doing it using more willpower up. A, because it uses willpower, and B, it aggravates the warp. So if you don't have to, plan and strategize your moves. So we're one warp spawner, we're one Nurgling spawner down, right? And we've got one that's been wounded, damaged.
Yes. Now, I've been a little bit foolish already, and I regret my decision entirely, in that I should have moved my Purifier somewhere a bit better, but...
I trust in you, Paul.
I'm going to move them over here. Now, as you can see here, this here gives me full cover.
Yeah,
so I'll clearly be nice and protected here.
Yeah, I'm sure that tree will save you.
This will be safe, so I'm going to move here where no doubt I will be fine.
Okay, well, see what chat thinks of that.
So Agar here is now going to spawn a few Nurglings.
Well, that was a nice little animation.
Yeah, he does the start of every turn, I believe. Oh, I've made a terrible error in judgment. He's just walking through all of the cover. Ow!
Well, Paul, that tree did loads of good.
Yeah. So Agar, as you can see, will just walk through cover. You'll want to be less defensive and more aggressive if you can be. This Plague Bear here is now mutated as well. Though you'll also note they've also got seeds on them, so if we can melee stab them.
Paul, I'm a bit worried about where your Purifier's gone. He got hit quite a distance, I think.
He did. He's probably in a pile of goo.
So again, you'll notice here, as is true to the lore, this is a greater demon. They are not to be messed with. Like the Grey Knights, yes, they are super tough. Order 666 designed specifically to fight demonic forces. And you know, we're facing off against the Death Guard in particular in this, but the forces of Nurgle. But this is a greater demon. So this is nothing to be sniffed at. Figuratively or literally, in Agar's case, you wouldn't be sniffing the air around him. But yeah, he's tough. He's tough. You need to move out of that.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I could do that. Now, I don't think that would hit. No, so that doesn't quite reach. But I'm going to move him here, and I'm going to...
Will it reach?
Well, it's not so much that it'll reach. If he wants to walk to me, he'll have to come through.
But you put yourself in a...
I've realised what I've done.
That's fine.
Already.
This is all fine. It's all fine. Do you know what, Paul? I would. What about the?
If I do that, I can cast it.
I'm going to be quiet because I've got my playthrough, and I don't want to. That might get him.
Yeah, so he'll have to walk through it if he wants to come.
Are you going to use the blue flame? Yeah, and he ignites it. I like this. He sprays the area, then ignites it in this. And he's on fire.
Yeah, Agar is on fire.
So. Brother, get the flamer. The heavy flamer! Yes, there we go.
So we've now taken out 2 spawners. I could run across there and take a little bit of damage, but let's go over here. So
what is your priority in this, Paul? Are you still going for the spawners and just trying to...
I want to take out the spawners because...
aggravate Agar at the same time, keep him distracted whilst you're doing this.
I don't want to say why, but you'll see why I want to take out the spawners.
I'm making notes, by the way, chat. Someone said, Maxi Payne just says, imagine how a burning great unclean one smells. I'm going to try not to. After this, I have to eat. So I don't want to... Ugh.
Yeah, so as you can see, I can select the waypoints and decide how I'm going to move. So I can control where they're going to go.
And one thing I hope you notice there, chat, is Agar doesn't really care about the cover you have. He just walks through it. So, you know, whilst that pillar looks incredibly strong, it's not. He's a greater demon.
Oh, actually, teleport.
Are you going to teleport again? Oh, and there's Nurglings, Paul.
Oh, it's not quite in range. So I can't target them directly with a melee attack or shoot attack. But you'll see one character can deal with them in a bit.
Okay, so you're just going sort of hell for
yeah,
these
I'm going
spawners,
straight
right?
for those spawners.
Just kicked him out of the way. Right.
And he's going to drop them straight into the fire, hopefully killing them quite quickly.
Yeah, they're just gonna pop like little Nurgle popcorn pieces.
Taste my fury.
I mean, I feel sorry for your purifier.
Yeah,
I mean, he's getting quite the pace.
I have chosen this badly. Ah, right. So in a minute, I can show you why that little action might have been very dangerous.
Stubble B says full marks for confidence for the purifier. I mean, the purifier is going straight in. Totally not raging says the Nurglings are birthed into fire. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so the Nurglings will jump in
nibble.
and hit you. Oh, and now we have a warp surge. You'll notice because we've got a greater demon here, the warp surges happen much quicker. Thankfully, they've just given some of the enemies mutations.
Plus
That's
the melee
not
damage.
the worst thing in the world.
No, they're not really in range at the moment. So now we can get rid of any spawners, right?
Yep. So I'm going to. I might as well force strike.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a force strike and a normal strike, right? We should deal with this.
Oh, I've got the option to destroy it outright.
Oh, that's perfect. So that's you might get a chance to critically strike, right? So
Yeah.
fantastic.
So as you remember earlier, I boosted the critical stuff for this character.
Yes.
So as you can see, that came in very helpful. Let's.
I mean, you're really showing Interceptor off to its maximum ability here, because this guy has been all around this map was this turn 3, and you've now appeared right next to another spawner, which is fantastic.
Yep.
So you can probably give this a.
I do have enough to hit it. I'm not going to waste a force strike.
Oh, but you might get another crit chance.
Yes, but I'm already burning through their willpower.
It's
So
your playthrough, Paul. I will
to
cease
cut
to
myself out
see
there.
drive.
Oh, and I've got the option again, thanks to my
There we
criticals.
Fantastic. So is there? It seems there are 4 spawners.
There should be one more over here.
There it is.
There
it is.
So
Right.
I can't quite get to it, this thing, so let me just zoom in with my terrible eyesight. Somewhere around here is a plague bearer. Where are you hiding? I know you're on here. Chat, you saw where they were, can you tell me? There they are.
He is.
There
he
they
is.
are. Okay, so
Quite a distance away, though.
yeah, so I'm going to move this here.
So just for those that missed the last stream, listenees that that are on remain active until you turn them off. They still have this the buffs that he supplied them to all of the Grey Knights. I've noticed there's a mark on the floor over there.
Yeah, I'm
Paul.
about to come to that one when I get to the figgy.
It's going really well for the Purifier.
Hang on, do I have Hammer Strike? I do. I'm going to hit this one with Hammerhead. Oh, he parried it.
He's parried it.
That's against the law, but what I can
Rend
do...
the Unclean. A psychic
Well, that'd
blast.
be really good against a bunch of them. Or I could do...
Could you charge and get yourself out of the way?
Yeah, I could do that and knock both of these. So if I do this... I blast them both to the side. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but
it's sort of moved you away, which is kind of useful because they've got +2 melee damage.
Yes.
So what's this red mark on the floor?
So
Paul?
there's a nice big target. I think I should stay here. No, I'm very much going to get this person out of the way as fast as I can.
I mean, okay.
I mean, he's going to be in range.
I just thought you could have moved in so he could have still attacked, Paul. But
well, I'll explain that in a bit.
oh.
Yeah, so that land I was on is now very, very nasty land.
Oh, and there comes some more of his little children, nephews.
I think the nephews are actually the plague bearers.
Oh yeah, so these are just like pets.
I mean, arguably, yeah. Okay, he is, I believe, summoning some plague bearers. Yes, so that is the ability called "Come Forth, my nephews," and he's summoning plague bears to the battle. And he's marked another area for him to do a big spew on.
I mean, the thing to remember at Grey Knights is they can take quite a bit of punishment, but it was Ektar said at the start, this is very much a battle of attrition, right? They will start to wear you down over time, so you have to move quickly and you have to remain focused on your main target, I guess, which is Agar the Unclean, right?
Can I reach? So, do you remember I said earlier you can't target a Nurgling? You'll notice that my Purifier, the Nurglings are outlined, have little outlines. That's because I can do this.
And there
Bang! And the Nurgling's gone.
There we go. Sillet Bang has got a few kills to his name, but he's doing a good job here.
And I can now remove this last spawner.
Right, so now it's just all onto Agar, right?
To a degree. Can I hit him from here?
You
No.
can.
But I can.
Oh yeah, we have these grenades. They tend to work.
Has he got some Nurglings with him? He does. So I'm going to throw them there. And I don't think that will knock him back, but let's find out. Yeah, he's
you
fine.
Scratched an itch. You scratched an itch for him. So now, bearing in mind, if we move here, he's going to get 2 attacks, right? Because he is parallel to these guys. And this would have been a great time to use the charge, right?
It would have been, but I'm going to move him over here. I can't move him right next to Agar, but I can move him over here. He will get hit, but I think we can all agree that's for the best.
I don't think he agrees it's for the best.
Well, he should have accepted that when he learned that I was the one playing.
Right, so what's up next, Paul? So now we're
I'm
going in
to
for...
do a teleport strike here. So I've hurt him a little bit. And I am going to wail on him.
So he still has 82 hit points left.
Yeah, and you'll notice that my interceptor has 22, so that should give you an indication to quite the scale.
Yeah. And bear in mind, we're playing this on standard difficulty. This is not
and
on...
he's already been hurt.
Yeah, so I'd imagine it's 100. I'm going to guess, but this is, like I said, standard difficulty. There is an easier difficulty which you can use. There's a harder difficulty, and then there's like a Grandmaster mode, which is one save.
Grandmaster mode is one autosave. Your decisions are final. You can't save during it. If you get your knight killed, well, that knight's gone.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to spend my last willpower to do a force strike. Instead, I'm going to just hit him. And I have weakened him. So I'm going to hit him again. So by weakening him, that means he should now do less damage.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, your interceptor's been a bit MVP at the moment. Is it two spawners down? He's weakened Agar's, been around the map. Purifier's taken a nice amount of punishment. These two chaps, I'm going to give a bit of a critical appraisal here. They haven't done much. The old chaplain and...
Well, the chaplain's been given the boost for critical damage.
Words of advice.
So the litany has come in very useful so far with the... I forgot his right name.
Rider of Fury says save scumming is a legitimate tactic. It's do you know what? I recommend doing that when you're learning these sorts of...
and he's into the plague zone.
Well, that's not good.
But you'll notice I did choose not to spend my...
will points. You can teleport yourself out of that plague zone, I'm assuming.
So what Agar can do, because I think he just did it then, is he can swallow the Nurglings and heal himself.
Hence the reason you don't want them on the map.
Hence the reason I took out the spawners as soon as I possibly could.
Yeah, someone says, oh dear. Osric says, oh dear, Paul.
Oh, and he's down. My interceptor has fallen. And that's entirely because he went into that place of goo. Now, he's not out. He'll be down for, I believe it's 3 turns, and then he'll be able to come back up again. But this is where having an apothecary would have come in handy.
You can use... does your chaplain have the servo skull?
The Covenant's got the servo skulls, yes. The Interceptor is one of the people with the servo skulls. But he wasn't that badly damaged until he went into the plague goo.
No, he wasn't, yeah, that's true.
So it was the plague goo that was the real problem.
Baldric, no! Well...
Thanks for the F in chat, Heather. Greatly appreciated.
He's not out yet, so bear in mind. So, again, very true to law. These are Grey Knights, these are Space Marines, these are the best of the best. And like a normal Space Marine, they don't die so easy. So whilst he's down and very seriously wounded, given time, he will get up, and obviously they'll use the servo skull here to help him. But over 3 times he would have got up himself and then carried on fighting. If he goes down again, though, it's sayonara, I'm afraid.
I parried it.
That's
the real danger for Plague Bearers, is they can have the chance to parry.
But not twice in a row. So they get an automatic chance to you know.
How much willpower? Oh, he's got lots. So
yeah, I was going to say.
I'll get rid of this one.
Get this one off the board. One of the things we looked at before the stream is one of the weapons you can give an increased chance to parry or parry more than once in a turn. So you can spend your seeds to upgrade some of the weapons to give them like a parry chance of twice, and you can see just how useful that can be. So Paul, what you're doing here is
I'm going to shoot this thing.
The brazier.
So he's now on fire.
I'm sure he's very happy about that.
And I'm going to take damage for it, but
he's got a big hammer, Paul. I mean,
yeah, I'm going to. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. Can I reach him with the hammer? Yes, I can.
Oh, you can? Can you?
Yes, if I go here and hit him, I can. And I can't force strike him because I don't have the willpower because I spent it all earlier. So charge forth.
At least he's doing something, Paul. Oh, here we go.
Excellent.
Here we go. Right.
Okay. I am going to choose Disable Come Home My Nephews. So that's the ability where he summons Plague Bears. I'm going to take that away from
that's he can't. So I cannot use come. Okay, yeah, he can't. Okay, cool.
I could also silence him to stop psychic abilities, but this one seems to be the most useful.
Okay, he's not going to.
Immobilized would also be quite useful. That stops him moving, but he can still hit me.
Yeah, I don't know, Paul. It's your playthrough.
Let's take out his movement.
I mean, he is not happy. Ow.
Okay, and my Purifier, I'm going to move here. And I'm going to just make sure I haven't got my knights there. Yeah.
There we go.
There's no point using that one. Oh, that's another fun thing, and you can see this best if you're playing a Purgator. Agar has a chance for his Nurglings to take the damage for him, and the way that can happen sometimes, I saw this once in animation, it dived in front of my bullet. I don't know if that was just how the animation made it look, but I might have laughed quite hard at that.
So, right, okay, we're going in again?
Yeah, I'm going to set him on fire again.
He's really absorbing this damage at the minute, isn't he? He's not an easy kill. Because it's the great fetid beanbag, which is his casual name.
Okay, so I'm going to take damage either way, so I might as well kill this person.
Yes.
And that has given me an increased willpower.
Right, so just explain what happened there, chat. So when he killed the enemy, he gained willpower. And because he had no willpower, he couldn't teleport. But killing the enemy now allows him to teleport way out of range and back in the fight again, which is great.
So take him out there.
And now he's moved quite some distance, so nice move.
Can't quite get to...
Will his bolter get there, do you reckon?
His bolter might reach. Yes, his bolter can hit. Sadly, that's not a statue, otherwise I could shoot that and knock it on him, but I can shoot him. I'm not going to waste... I haven't got the willpower to waste anyway, so I'm just going to shoot him.
Such efforts are futile. Repent this foolishness and accept my benevolence.
So I think he's going to suddenly devour his Nurglings.
Kronos has just said, are you telling us that the Nurglings have a get down Mr. President moment?
Yeah, so he's now eating those Nurglings, but he's going to fire it back. That's rude!
I don't know, I'm looking at this and your squad's kind of like...
It's definitely the worst it's gone for me in my playthroughs, I'll be honest with you.
Okay. But I'm looking at this and I'm trying to do like some quick maths. And I'm looking at your squad's predominantly down to like 50% health, but then he's not far off 50% health either. I'm just worried about your willpower resource and stuff seems to be pretty drained at the minute.
So I've been burning through my willpower a lot more than I should have done. But I can now move I'm going to move my interceptor here and attack from behind. It doesn't actually do anything different, but I'm just trying to position my knights.
You don't want them all in the front, right? Because obviously if he then does an AoE attack, he's going to hit them all. So that's just... So he's now weakened, which is great.
So I can now move my...
Oh, could you not... Yeah.
I can. I'm going to move that there and then knock it.
This is cool.
Now see, Agar is huge, so other enemies that would have knocked them back, but Agar doesn't really care. But he will care about some fire. Yeah,
There we
it's
go.
not really necessary for this one, so I'm just going to burn him.
You're getting there, Paul. You're getting there.
Slowly whittling him away. I'm very grateful that I choose the thing that gives my purifier more ammo.
Sorry, chat, if I missed a question, feel free to chuck it now. I'm engrossed in Paul's playthrough here. I think he can. I think he can do it.
I will take damage, or do I just take him out? I'm going to take him out. I might regret that decision.
Yeah, but you didn't use your. Okay. So I like the way you can affect the terrain or damage the terrain to affect enemies. Yeah, it's one of the key points of the game, and you can really use the battlefield to your advantage on this, especially like there's brazies and stuff that Paul's used. You can use them to block off areas so people can't come through, etc., etc.
Do I shoot or do I servo skull someone? He could do with a servo skull. He's just out of range, but I think my Justicar needs a servo skull.
So, where we're at? We're at servo skulls, but so the chaplain just in the back there looks like he's pretty healthy. So just if you just joined us, I'm Arthur. This is Paul. We're taking on Agar, a great unclean one in Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters, which releases next Thursday, May the 5th, and you can pre-order it now for PC on Steam and Epic. You can get some really cool stuff. There's some pre-order bonuses. Oh, what's happening here?
So you just saw a Nurgle
Just
go,
jump up. Yeah, I just saw it.
You must clear those pests from your firing vector. They sacrifice themselves for their master.
Knockout 5111 says 100% getting this game. Yeah, I mean, this is it really generally is an absolutely fantastic game.
Oops.
Okay, he did get you both of you. Okay, well, never mind. It's all right. Your purifier's going to have such a migraine.
But thankfully, he didn't knock them into the...
So he's gained a tiny bit of health there doing that
yes.
as well.
So me taking out the spawners means that that's become much less of an issue.
Yeah.
But he can still summon his nephews.
Tis but a flesh wound. It is indeed. Yes, so I'm Arthur. This is Paul. You're watching us on a live stream.
I don't know why I'm waving. The camera's not on.
No, it's fine. It's okay, Paul. So we're playing Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate, releasing next Thursday. This is our third stream. We're taking on one of the Reapers, Agar.
Agar, the Benevolent.
The Benevolent. Nice chap. So it's going, basically. We may be winning, we may be losing. I don't. It's a bit of a nice edge, actually. Oh, yes. Someone's stratagems, Paul. Stratagems.
Ah, yes, right. They're here. Thank you, chat.
Told you, chat. Actually, Orange Phineas, I think it was that said that. Stratagems. So, Paul, you picked these earlier. What are they and why are you using them now?
So I'm going to give these to my Purifier. So I've chosen the stratagem to give 2 AP.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to give it to the... no, I'm going to give it to our MVP, the Interceptor.
Okay.
So they now get to 2 AP. And I'm going to...
Was the other one heal, wasn't it? I think your other stratagem?
Yeah, I think I should use that now. I don't think I can give it to the Interceptor because
I mean, I'm looking at your
Purifier.
Your Purifier's not looking too healthy there.
Yeah, the Purifier needs it.
There we go, right. So
thank you, chat. Thank you
go.
so much.
There we go. Chat got your back. They have indeed.
Okay, and this one...
and again, I mean, chat has reminded us about the stratagems that you have in play there, but that just shows you how these missions can swings and roundabouts. At one point you're on the ropes, and then with the right application of stratagems and tactics, you can then turn the tide of battle. Heather G said, you're welcome. So thank you, Heather. I missed who it was. I just saw the stratagems.
I have, just so aware, my chaplain has the ability to bestow 2 willpower to a knight. So I've given that to the Justicar.
There you go.
So I can do a nasty attack later.
Chaplain's now getting involved in the fight.
Yep. And I'm going to choose the Hammer Hand, which gives a 130% critical chance and +3 critical damage. So hopefully that can do something cruel.
Radu says, watching the stream whilst painting my Grey Knights. Amazing, thank you, Radu. Oh, here we go. We've got.
We're going to get rid of the Nurgling Spew.
Yes. It's done quite. I think you got this, Paul. I think you got this in 29 HP. I think you got this. I just missed that message from Mal. He said he was lurking, but oh my god, I think he said this looks great.
He's also now stunned our Great Unclean One here. Right, Purifier. Let's move you here. Hopefully. Okay, that doesn't hit my chaplain, does it? If I do that. Okay, that just hits Agar.
So I'm enjoying chat talking about the hints being distributed evenly across each other's gameplay. So it's like, yes. How's he looking, Paul?
We shall soon find out. He's not going to be dead because I'm going to have to reload after this, but our Interceptor might be able to get a finishing blow.
Interceptor has really been MVP so far, and I think
they
you've got
really
this.
have. And
8 hit points. Yeah, I think just.
he has no willpower, so I can't do any of those 4 strikes.
But he's got the extra AP though, hasn't he? Right, so.
And he might be able to get a critical. Oh,
Come
he's
on,
weakened it.
come on.
And goodbye, Agar.
Now, to be clear, we might have to come away from this because there's some plot stuff, right? Let me know when we've got to do this.
We're fine. I'll tell you when it is.
Okay, cool. So just to be clear, chat, we don't want to spoil any plot for you. Well done, Paul, by the way. But there's a point where we'll have to cut away because there's some plot stuff and we don't want to ruin it for stuff. So well done. Well done, Paul.
So we'll give it a minute. We can see how all of our knights have done. And also show you some of the rewards and things you can get from this one.
Truly. We must recover the prime seed and pursue the
This is
others.
Agar dispatched by a sword stroke to his unmentionables. I mean, yes, I mean,
That's fair.
when he goes back to Grandfather Nurgle and he says, "What are you doing here, my son? What happened?" Well, it's a bit embarrassing.
What this mission has taught us is that Great Unclean Ones are weak in the butt.
In the butt,
In
yes,
the butt.
in the butt. Victory! Well done, Paul.
Victory!
Yes, GG, Paul.
So we're going to come a thing, and I'll
Knockout 5-1-1. How long is this game? I don't actually have an hour count for you, but it's long. It's a long game, and you can play it as long or as short as you want. To be fair, I mean, like, I'll try and find a minimum numbers of hours played. I think it'll be not short. That's a really bad answer. That's really bad words. But it's a turn-based strategy tactical RPG, so it's going to take a little while to get through this. And then there's multiple playthroughs, and yeah, there's a lot.
So so we've subdued Agar. We've collected 2 seeds from it because we only went and punched a few of the plague bears. Now you get to move on to the weapon selection. So these are all the rewards that you can get at the end. And because we fought a Great Unclean One of those is a chaplain. So we could just get a chaplain right from the off with this.
So
one.
we talked about this before about your requisition and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you can get like these super powerful characters that come through.
So you can get new armor, new stuff like that. So I'm just going to pick a few. And
I'm terrified about spoiling the
no,
plot, Paul. I'm terrified.
If Adam could just take us away from the game screen.
There we go.
I don't think what I'm going to do activates that, but let me just double check. Yeah, so now you can switch back to the game screen.
Thanks, Adam.
So this is how it turned out for our knights. You can see that our Purifier and Justicar are both severely wounded, so moderately wounded, and our Interceptor, the Great Baldric, is critically wounded.
MVP though.
MVP. He was downed, which means he will need time to recover afterwards. So whereas the others you could use them straight off again from the beginning, he will take a few days to recover.
And it tells you, it's because we're playing on a screen that's quite far away, so it's hard for us to read all of it. But he's down for, I think it's a 16 days.
Like 16,
but the others you can redeploy. But that you'll see there it says a minus. Is that -1 or -4 max hit point? -2.
-1 on Dread and -2 on Civic.
And they're out, and that's for quite some time. So whilst you can redeploy them, and they will have that sort of negative effect on them. So when we were talking earlier on about could I just focus on the same 4 Grey Knights all the time, you can. It'd be very, very difficult to get through this game without getting them wounded or critically wounded, and that just becomes this war of attrition. And as Paul demonstrated there, ably, Grey Knights and Space Marines adapted to starters in general aren't ones for really hiding behind walls.
No.
I do it. I do a lot of cover-based Overwatch stuff. But I watched if you watch the playthrough, and I recommend you do it with Noah and IGN's sort of asset. It's a very aggressive playthrough. It's like just go and get your target and take it out. So
the game does reward aggressive players. I mean, it does. You can also play to how you want to play, and a lot of what we're doing today is showing you how different setups can work different ways. I appreciate that Hordak, the chaplain, is totally fine. But yeah, so we're going to go back to the main screen.
There we go. You'll prep my playthrough for me now, Paul?
Yeah, I'm going to get things loaded. So hopefully game audio is totally off.
Cool, excellent
great.
stuff. Right,
Talk
so
away.
if you just joined us, you've missed Paul be victorious in cleansing the sector of Agar the Benevolent, which is a great and clean one of the gargantuan enemies, a Reaper that you will face. One of the unique, there's 5 unique enemies like that you can find, but there's other giant enemies, big enemies in this game that we haven't shown you you'll come across. If you watch the last stream, you might have seen us, we fought a Blight Hauler. There are other enemies if you're familiar with the world of 40k and you know the units that can be deployed by the Death Guard and Nurgle. There's a lot in here that you'll be familiar with, and they are taken directly from the tabletop figurines and stuff like that. So, or the tabletop models, figurines is the wrong word. And Complex Games, I think you'll agree, have done an incredible job with all of those models. So, I'm going to attempt the same mission again. Do I get the station?
Yep.
I get the con. Here we go. Right. So I'm going to have a quick
you
look
are
at my...
You are in charge now. You've seen how the pros do it.
Yeah. Well, so I need to look at my team. So
yeah, now you get to choose who you want. So
we can go to the game screen. No, it's fine. Sorry, my producer's waving at us. So I'm like, sorry, I'm being terrible host.
Yeah, our fault, my fault. I will attempt to read the chat. I do apologise that my eyesight, as I have mentioned in the previous week, is as bad as a sandwich, but bear with me.
And what loadout have we got?
Grandmaster Paulus Maximus. I'm pretty sure you've actually called me that in a Teams meeting.
I have called you that, yeah. Paulus Maximus Decimus Meridius, I think is what I've called you once.
Chat would like you to bring a librarian.
Oh, okay. Okay. Swap
Well,
night.
you saw how the playthrough sort of went with me, and librarians do have things that can do ranged and area effect attacks.
So he's got a Stormbolter. I don't know if we want to spend any points upgrading the Stormbolter.
No, you're probably not going to use that much for
That's
him.
what I'm thinking, so I'm probably not going to do that. So let's go back out of this. Let's look at his armour type.
Just a very quick thing in the chat, because I saw people comment that they're off the some of the items. Don't forget, there will be another stream for launch, and then if for any reason you haven't got them by the end of the launch stream, don't panic. We will have more opportunities for you to unlock stuff in future.
I think this is the armour for him. This game, +1 armour is great, but +2 willpower, and he doesn't lose willpower from attacks, and he's immune from drained. So I think that's the armour I'm going to give him.
Very quickly with the chat, an apothecary can choose an Officium or a melee weapon. They can't have both.
So I'm going to be a bit sneaky here. So I know it's going to cost me 4 blue to upgrade his willpower. So I'm going to bear that in mind. He's my librarian, so I might come back to him in a moment and upgrade his suit. So okay, I'm happy with him. Melee weapon. I'll keep the 4 sword.
You're a librarian, and we haven't really shown off the warding stave. You could show that.
I could. What have we got here?
Any Grey Knight can use the warding
4 strike
stave.
gains 1 damage.
But,
this knight gains 1 maximum willpower. That's the one. Strifebreaker, I think. Unless this is his weapon gains.
The nice thing about the warding stave is that it has a chance to automatically trigger your Aegis shield, which gives you a boost to defense and armor. So it's quite good to have.
So I could spend another turn here to give him even more willpower. So it depends how heavy I'm going to go using his brain bullets.
His brain bullets.
Okay. So we've got that in there.
With my
I need to name him, don't I? Oh, I've got Wargear slot. Have I got? Oh, he's loaded out. He's cool. He's got stuff. I'm curious though. You didn't
play with other ones.
Well, you didn't use them at mini grenades. You used one. You used 1 grenade, didn't you? I think.
Yeah. So you can see from that fight, unlike in some of the other maps where the grenades are really useful because you can like knock enemies off cliffs, destroy walls, stuff like that, destroy enemies grouped together. On that particular map, Agar isn't really that bothered by grenades. I mean, obviously they hurt, but they don't hurt a lot. Now they come in useful when taking out the groups of Nurglings.
Yes, I don't know. I'm going to debate. I think I'll leave a grenade in. I'm going to go a bit. I'm going to go a bit like flat white latte. I'm going to go a bit basic on this.
A flat white latte isn't it a flat white or a latte?
Well, I'm going to do both. I can do what I want. I mean,
that's,
you're right. It's a flat white.
That's insanity.
Yeah. I need a character name.
We're going to get you arrested. Chat. choose your name. We've got one for brain bullets. I'm not even going to list Craig. Conan the Librarian.
Oh, that's in. It's in. Conan. Right, here we go.
Well played. Too. I'm sorry I missed whoever that was, but well played.
There was a message in chat previous that said, imagine if a librarian was actually just working in a library. Everybody would be quiet. Nobody would make any noises.
Are you leaving him on the default Stormbolter? You're not changing into a new one?
No, I will change it, sorry. I was just... let's have a look through. Let's go to... that does stun. Oh, this weapon deals +1 damage against demonic targets. I think that might be the one I want.
Sounds useful.
Let's equip that little bad boy.
But just remember that you've given him that one.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. Librarian's done. My next in here, I have my Paladin. I want to take a Purify. They seemed really useful.
So you're copying me, are you?
Oh, don't be like that, Paul.
You don't want to be your own commander. You want to just follow.
You didn't take a librarian. You didn't take a librarian, did you? Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's swap the knight.
Yeah. Go for a pure. I do recommend a purifier for this one. Actually, Purgator also comes in useful.
He's the upgrade, right?
Yes.
Well, I say the upgrade. He's like the advanced unit, right? So.
Just remember what I told you about Psychic Onslaught.
Yeah. No. That's fine. I'm going to go with Purifier. I've gone the wrong. Press the wrong button. Sorry. I'm going to change to Purifier because I know what I'm getting with a Purifier, and I'm used to using him. So.
Yeah. So you've got a choice to upgrade their abilities as well here.
Right. And you went down here, didn't you? You went over here.
I went for.
Bernie, I think, if I remember rightly.
Yes, I think you can choose to activate more burns. I mean, removing Purge is very useful because that takes away things like the mutations on the Plague Bearers. Removing Purge, adding Purge, not removing.
The Astral one's pretty cool, though. And
it
so
is, but it's not necessarily going to be that useful for you because you're going to be using a flamethrower.
There's too many decisions, Paul.
And I don't know why I'm correcting you on that because I also added that, but you could give them +3 willpower. What's the one above again?
This one.
So that ability to add blinded, which becomes quite useful for range attacks. Not going to be useful in this fight, but could be in future.
What does that unlock?
Going
that
left.
Unlocks.
Try going left. Down. Try these ones out. The ones below the equipment slot. So bottom right, middle bottom. So what's to your left is...
Knight's Grenade's going +2 ammo.
2 damage, not ammo.
2 damage, sorry.
And that gains area. So that's not a bad one to have. Neither's the other one.
Let's give him the grenades.
Okay.
Let's give him all the stuff.
You need to click confirm promotion.
Yeah. So he's going to have all the grenades. Right, so let's go.
Carnage says, Paul, you should let him make his own choices so he can see a miserable fail when he learns.
I
could, but then I have to have my meetings with him later in the week.
Paul's got to live with me. You went Incinerate, which I think is the right way to go for this one.
For Purify, I think it's almost the only way to go. I mean, obviously you can give them other weapons, but I think they're so designed for a flamethrower.
This one's called Demon's End, which seems affliction goes 24 down.
I think that's the one I had. But,
15% arc. What does this one give me? This damage +2 damage against organic targets. Oh.
I mean, he is organic.
He is, but I think that it's the arc is what gets it for me. So
I think that one.
I'm going to equip this one,
and then I'm
going to upgrade it, and I'm going to spend 2 points on this. I'm not going to bother with that one.
Yes, fair enough.
Cool. Right. Let's look at his armor.
Our perk can any class in Terminator armor equip a special ranged weapon without losing their melee weapon. So the Psycannon, Silencer and Incinerator are both two-handed ranged weapons, so they can't have a melee weapon and those. However, I'm pretty sure it's just the Purgator and the Purifier that can have the ranged weapons.
So I'm going to go with...
The two-handed ranged weapons.
I'm going to go with 4 health, 1 armor and equipment slot. Only because I'm going to give him an extra grenade because he's got the grenades bonus, right?
That's fair enough.
Just
to quickly clarify what I just said before, there are abilities that will allow other classes to unlock things like silencers or psycannons, but by default, Purgators and Purifiers are the ones that are two-handed weapons.
Cool. Okay. War gear slot, so we've got an extra... Give him a grenade. Grenade. Just equip that one. So this one. Have I got another slot here?
No, you equipped it. You have to go back. You've equipped it. If you've got more ones, you have the box to show.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, does this?
Oh, Felscarret has their last drop starting. Good luck.
No, I've got
remember
it.
that this is those drops are going out for the whole of the campaign. So you've had 2 streams. This is our 3rd stream. The launch stream also applies. So any points, any timer you've earned for unlocking your next one will carry over into the launch stream.
It's done all this. Done like they did the character.
Grats, luck walk on getting all of your drops. You have claimed the test of faith.
I need a
Chat
name.
For the Purifier, give us a name. Brave Sir Robin is a bit long. We've got Chet. Trogdor again. Two-Face. Pedro. There's more
Jeff
Trogdor.
the Pure.
Garville.
Garville Loken. Ah, yeah.
Galahad.
The honourable Lunar Wolf.
Gilligar.
Ajax. I like Ajax. There you go. Cool.
Other name Francis.
Right. So we got 2. 2 done.
Have you done the armour and everything?
I did the armour. I'm sure I did. So
Oh yeah, because you've got better looking stuff on.
Yep. Okay. So Incept is definitely coming. I don't care if it means I'm copying you, Paul. Where's the one that gives you the extended range, Paul? It's over here somewhere, isn't it?
The extended range is, I think it's. We should already have it. That should be selected. You can choose to do the
teleport
strike one. So the one I had before was the teleport strike, and on the far right was an increase to critical damage.
This one, right?
Well, you want the right of it first.
Yeah, I'm going to do these actually.
Yeah, makes sense. I didn't really use the strike one in that battle.
No.
It is a really good ability, the teleport strike, especially if you've got a group of enemies all together. But I didn't really need it for that fight.
Versus precision, yeah. Let's do it.
Look, what the surnames are from a predetermined list because your characters will both say the name, and it also has it written on the side of their armour in some places.
Right, so let's get him his Stormbolter sorted out, and we've all that one equipped. That's what that icon means. What does this one do? Weapon gains +2 range. I'm going to take that actually. I think. Oh, do I? +1 ammo. Yeah. Cyborg just do damage.
I would avoid ones for your interceptor. I'd suggest avoiding ones that go on for. I mean, it's obviously up to you, but avoid the Cybolt ones because you'll want your willpower for teleporting.
Yeah. I want to go with +2 range. I think. Yeah, let's just do it, chat. Let's just do it. And I'll upgrade it. And let's give him that. You
only have 3 of those things, so you'll now have just 1 purple.
That's all right. I've got to spend them blue ones on my librarian in a minute. Melee weapon's got to be falchions.
I mean, you could try the halberd out.
From my interceptor.
I mean, it's not a bad thing for your interceptor. The falchions do give you.
Oh, you're the worst. I had it in my head, and now you're like, well, you could try this. 4 strike against +2 damage. This also jumps the trigger.
So, for example, when you got the plague bears walk up to you, that'd be quite useful.
You are the worst, Paul. You are literally the worst. All right, I'll show it off as a different weapon.
Your 4 sword as well is also quite good because you've got the auto parry.
Auto parry, yeah. But I mean to go in. No, I'm going to go to the Falcon because they're used for the critical chances, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to be striking in. Yeah, look, that's the one I'm going for. It's this one. It's absolutely this one. Trying to change my mind.
Agent of chaos confirmed.
Shh. Yeah, well, do you know what? I believe Paul is the entity trapped in the Black Blade of Antwer. I think it's you, isn't it? Right. Okay, so let's upgrade. Let's give it this one.
Hey, Karen Crow. Go on, like, turn to chaos.
Oh no, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. There it is.
No. Oh, actually, no, you can do it. That's fine.
So, what? Don't do that.
I thought the thing was talking about being a purifier weapon. Ignore me. Just
all right.
Do what you were going to do.
Okay. Paul, you're making me more nervous.
I'm sorry. I saw it. My brain went, it's that thing, and I did a panic.
You're not sorry. Right. Power armor. Let's give him some. I saw hero plate was pretty decent actually. It was down here somewhere. It's equipped, right? Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Max 2 willpower. That could be quite useful.
Yes, we did discover it's quite useful last time to have the intercept with more willpower, so this could be a good choice.
So I'm going to equip that, and I'm going to have to upgrade it, but this means I've got to spend 4 of these blue, and I haven't got a lot of blue on there.
Well, you need to click the upgrade first.
Yeah, I know, I was going to use it in the librarian.
You can afford to do that.
I can, but I don't think I'll do this and the librarian, Paul.
Oh, I thought you'd already done the librarian.
No, I told you I'm going to go back to him. See, Paul, see?
Well,
see?
then mistakes have been made, and
we're all going to die.
all of us will judge you for it.
Brilliant. Right, he's done now. Character, I need a name.
Chat, choose the name of our interceptor. We've got Waylander, Fixodent, Frodo, Zippy, Darius.
I like Zippy because he's going to be
Zippy.
going all around the place. So Zippy it is.
Zippity-doo.
Right. Okay. Cool. No, night.
yeah.
No, wrong button.
After all that work.
Yeah. And then we've got a Purgator.
So I didn't use a Purgator, but they are useful. So Purgators, if you didn't watch our first stream, are ranged specialists. They can use the two-handed ranged weapons like the Silencer and the Psycannon and the Incinerator. And they have a range of abilities that let them do a lot of damage from afar. Ektar is one of the characters in the game who's on board the Baleful Edict. When you see us start the fight with Agar, and you have the guy going, "The enemy is there," that's Ektar. If you're he's an apothecary, never mind.
I'm warning you, Paul. Right, you carry on like this. You keep making me double get. I'm just losing. I've lost all my confidence. It's shot to pieces.
I have to fill you with doubt and concern.
Well, congratulations,
because
you've done
when it gets to the mission, you fail and I look better than you.
Well, that's going to happen. I don't know why you've been so mean. Right, Narthesian. Let's change this. I mean, I can't upgrade these anyways, to be fair. But let's going to go with this one.
In Communicado, once you kill a Greater Demon Reaper, can you no longer get seeds of that colour for your recent project? I'm pretty sure you still can.
Right, so we've got here. Oh, yeah, let's have that one. What have I got left to upgrade? I've got 13. Nothing.
Oh, sadly, you don't. They didn't. This build didn't give you Apothecary Terminator armor. I absolutely love Apothecary and Terminator armor.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much there, to be honest. The Librarian, I didn't get to upgrade anything. I think it was the armor type, right?
Yeah, you were going to look at upgrading it.
I don't think I can afford to do anything. I can upgrade this. Yeah, okay. All right, well. I've made a total hash of this squad selection, haven't I? I need a name for my apothecary as well, sorry.
Yeah, chat, give the apothecary a name.
I mean, it doesn't matter, he's going to die, so...
We've got Abaddon, we've got Chuckles, we've got
Abaddon?
Harmacist.
Harmacist. I like that.
That's not how you spell Harmacist.
Oh, there's an R in there. Why is there no R in there? Because I didn't type it, Paul.
I believe it's with a C.
Well, it's going to be like that.
Well, there we go. Harmacist.
Harm assist.
Harm assist.
All right.
Multipass.
How do you want me to spell it?
Do it your way.
No, Paul.
Do it your way.
No. You tell me.
It's all fine.
No. I'm not.
Chat's now saying Harmacist with 3 S's. Harm.
Yeah.
ASSIST.
Oh, I can't. That's the last character. Out of spite, I was going to start adding characters in. Right, okay. All right.
You ready?
Here we go. I'm ready.
Click Teleportorium.
And let's go. I was going to name him Paul and just immediately throw him straight into Agar.
We are about to die. Salute you.
Yeah.
You really just drop a 5th element.
Oh, I didn't pick any stratagems. Oh, Paul!
What?
I didn't pick any stratagems.
Well, in fairness, I only used them once, so...
And it made you win! Right, well, if I win now, Paul...
if you win now, well played.
Oh, no. Already the S in the chat. I got so flustered. Everyone's saying reload. No, I'll show you what failure looks like. I mean, you can see what failure looks like just by looking at me, to be fair. But
in fairness to you, when I did playthroughs previously, I also forgot about stratagems, and I still won.
Oh, great, Paul.
So
So
you
no
can
extra
do it.
pressure. So no extra pressure. Right.
You just have to be as good as me.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Such an ungrateful
One person says restart the stream.
Yeah. Start everything. Restart everything. More S's for stratagems. Yes. Yes. Yes.
It can bring to bear hordes of those vile Nurglings. You must be wary.
All right, Hector. I'm not worried about Nurglings. I'm worried about Paul.
It's true, I am secretly Agar.
depart my realm.
I want a pet Nurgling now.
Don't we all?
When in doubt, nuke it out. Yeah. I mean, I think if you look last stream, we have options for not nukes, but we have other options. Right. So you need to go over here basically and take these things out.
The name's gone past, so I apologise, but someone's asking about preload. It's something we are talking about, but I can't confirm it just yet, but it's something we're talking about. Oh, and if you weren't here at the beginning, Chaos Gate launches in 1 week on Thursday, and it should be available from 3 PM on 5th of May. 3 PM BST. Mega Madman X84. Don't worry if you only just found out about the Twitch drops. We'll have another stream for launch where there'll be a chance to earn more of them, and after launch there will be more opportunities to lose things. Lose things? Earn things!
To lose
earn
things?
them! Earn the drops.
So what you can see I'm doing here, chat, is I'm trying to get as close to this thing as possible. Oh, hang on, this is my
It's your purifier.
purifier. Hang on. Let's not be too rash here, Ptolemy. And here's my pocket through. So I'll just move you up to here. Hopefully, he'll be able to see within range.
Yep.
Yeah, easily in range. I'm going.
Don't forget, you get willpower back from killing an enemy. So if you're using it now, you need to start focusing on the plague bearers in order to get that willpower back.
All right. All right. All right.
Don't make me tell you again, young man.
Yeah, well, it seems like the fun police has arrived, haven't they? Well, that told me, didn't it? Right, so this is my purifier moving up, right? So let's...
The litanies are, for your chaplain, are, unless specified otherwise, all knights.
So I'm going to ignite this area here.
The Castellan edition is available after release. It is, there's two versions. There is the Standard edition and the Castellan Champion edition. And whilst you can pre-order both now, the only thing you wouldn't get if you didn't pre-order is the Relics of Titan, which is the Libra Demonica and the Destroyer of Chrysalix Demon Hammer.
He's not in range of anything to smite, I don't think. Or...
And you can get the...
I could get him. Is it worth it, though?
Maybe not.
That's the thing, isn't it? Once we've got Psychic Shriek...
You've also got your teleport ability as the librarian.
Yeah, I didn't look at that. Activate reduce current warp surge by 25%. No point in a moment. So we won't do that in a minute. That's quite useful to have, though. We can do that, which I might just do, just to do something. Oh, hang on, can I get it? Can I get it just a bit? No, that's as far as I can get it in there.
One thing I do want to big up that we haven't really mentioned in the stream is the soundtrack is proper banging.
Sorry, Paul, it's what?
The soundtrack is proper banging.
Well, it is.
I'm using young people speak.
Okay, sorry. Right, so that's kind of like, that's our move. So we're one spawn point down. We've got a defensive barrier up. Agar's letting his whatever Agar's doing.
He's letting it all hang out.
He's letting it all hang out. He's going to walk into this carefully laid trap that I put down there. Look at that. What a strategic genius I am. Bye. Bye. And there goes the purifier.
Kiwamba says, worst belly fluff ever.
Nurglings may seem a minor pest, but they will...
All right, so that's starting to spawn out now, so just try and deal with these things. Yeah, bunch up, because I've got some psychic stuff, some gifts for you. Nurgling Swarm? You never got that. Why do I get Nurgling Swarm?
I mean, I got Nurgling Swarm all the time. That's the things that make them jump and attack you.
Oh, right, okay. All right. I'll take it all back. Right, so I'm gonna just focus fire on this thing, get rid of it. Oh, I've run in and meleeed it. Oh.
Yeah, but you're better at melee.
I am better at melee, yeah. Let's just get rid of it. Right, and I can bring him around the back here, I think, later on. I'm not going to say this guy's going to get wounded in a minute, but I think he's going to get wounded in a minute, Paul. So that's just... Actually, I might... He's a tough old bean. Let's get him there. Right. I think that's a very
yeah,
useful...
you can get all three of them.
Can we get some Nurglings as well?
Oh,
it's such a...
I don't think there are any Nurglings there.
Yeah, there is.
I think that might.
No, it's a little Nurgling at the top there. I think
That
that's
might
gonna...
just get it.
Right, let's try that. Confirm.
He did not.
There's a lot of Nurglings over there though, which if I can get rid of, I should, to be honest. If only I hadn't used that grenade, Paul. Paul, why did you let me use that grenade, Paul?
Because I thought it was funny.
That reduces the
So
warp
yeah,
surge.
you can. No, that's not going to be that useful for this fight because you've got Agar and he's just affecting the flow of the warp.
So we've got shield, smite. I mean that. Psychic shriek, I think.
That gets all of them.
That
should
stun. That will stun them. So that could, let's just do that. And now you can just kill him. Beautiful. That should give him some willpower back, right? I think. Right, Mister. Get. Oh, see, I kind of want to get him close so we can get all these guys. So I might. It's risky, chat.
Dev chosen. There is what's called Grandmaster mode, where you get one save, one auto save. You can't reload or anything during missions, so any decision you make are final, and you can permanently lose knights.
So I'm throwing this grenade first because it will get all of these Nurglings, and it will do damage to him. And his grenade's got the extra damage on it, I think.
Impressive tactic. We must bathe them all in
you hear that, Paul?
purifying flame.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Paul? He said impressive tactic, Paul, is what he said. And now, we can give him some more good news.
I must rearm.
Right, you need to get a wriggle on, mate, because yeah, let's get. There's one there, right?
Yeah. So if you get
We can go this side, I think. Hello, friends.
we come in peace. Do not run.
I might force strike it, and hopefully I'll get the crit.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's bossing it. Run away. Run away.
Well, Agar's not going to be able to get to you.
No, but I need to get to this thing, don't I, as soon as possible, really.
Yeah, you want to get
How's chat thinking I'm doing?
They're enjoying watching you lob grenades and cleansing things with purifying flame.
I've got a feeling he's going to get, yeah.
But he hasn't gone into goo, so
No, he hasn't.
not
yet.
the worst of outcomes.
Not yet. So now he's absorbed some health back, right?
I think he's actually summoned. Oh no, he has absorbed health back.
There we go, there's an auto attack. That was useful. I mean, this thing is dead. It's DED chat afterwards. So we've got 2 left, right?
This is an X-blade there. Yeah, you've got the 2 there.
You know how warp surge. Please just don't be. All enemy
Oh no!
all enemy melee attacks afflicted, immobilized. Oh, brilliant. So don't get punched, basically.
I think you're okay if you're attacked by the Nurglings because they doesn't count as melee attacks, but the Plague Bearers and Agar are going to hurt.
Oh, I didn't get it.
But you are just going to wipe it out in this turn. Anyway.
Yeah. Good work, my friend. Right, you. That gets him as well, doesn't it?
And not quite go a little bit further along. I think you can get them both, but you have to angle it. Or you could just hit him and get the.
I could actually,
seed.
Paul. You are. Paul, why are you doing this to me, Paul? Got the seed though.
You could, that brazier might be in range if you want to shoot
so
it.
I'm going to shoot this little bad boy, and I'm going to burn. I don't know if that's even worth it.
It's just out of the way, but he might end up walking through it. Or you could just shoot him.
Yeah, I'm thinking. How much damage does this do to him? Not a lot. Not a lot. This seems to be quite effective, to be fair, the Shriek. I don't know, chat, I'm struggling. Vortex of Doom. Yeah.
Chaotix in YouTube, you are playing as the Grey Knights, so the campaign is focused on playing as them.
So I'm going to bring this guy into... Can I get anywhere with one to go?
And it's a single-player, campaign-focused narrative game, so there's no multiplayer.
All right, I'm going to bring the apothecary around here, just so we can start laying in some fire in a moment. How you doing, chap? You're doing all right, mate.
Chance is suggesting go for the eyes, boo, go for the eyes, which is a reference I always appreciate.
Taking position.
Right. Reload. And if you could, mate, give him the good news again, that would be fantastic.
Give him the good news. Start spreading the news. Here comes all the flames.
Here we go. I mean, he's in both playthroughs. He has literally stood in front of this thing and been like, "Go ahead, mate, hit me."
Well, he's sadly immune to knockback. Because, you know, how would you knock that back?
Yeah. Yeah, you run, mate. You want to run. See that, chat? Scared him off.
Oh, he called some friends.
There's a lot of nurglings on this.
You can never have too many nurglings.
I think we're showing that you can, Paul.
Chat says, at least there's no giant glowing weak spot. Everything is glowing.
Yeah. Right. I don't know. I'm sort of torn here, Paul. Right.
Unleash me.
I will.
So that one would, if you got the warp charge, I think that brings anyone nearby range 15 with you. So I think you had a Grey Knight near them. I don't know if
I
they're
did, actually.
within 15 though.
We can move them first, though.
Yep.
Praise the Emperor. On my way. The Emperor lights our path. We travel unseen paths.
Paul, it brought them all.
Well, now we know, and knowing is half the battle.
Wow, great, Paul. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right, well, it looks like we're just going to go full-on whale attack then. Nearby Nurglings will reduce damage.
Gazcroll Flacker. This is coming to PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store on 5th of May. We don't have anything to announce on consoles at the moment. Chat says shoot the brazier. Brazier.
Yes. The brazier?
Not brazier. That's a very different thing.
Right. Let's do it.
Someone's going to clip that. Shoot Brazil.
Right, if there's Nurglings here, this should clear them out, right?
What are you throwing?
Grenade.
A grenade. Yes.
I'm just worried that we're all bunched up now, Paul, so he's going to turn around and give us a bit of a battering.
Oh, if he gets near you to hit you, yeah, you're all going to get hurt quite badly.
Thanks, mate.
I'd like it to be known that it's no one's fault but your own. I am blameless.
Anyway, what's this?
Totally not rage says, turns around, parry this, you non-filthy marines.
My wrath is restored, brother.
Someone in chat asked about boss battles being mandatory. So these occur as part of story-focused ones. So in order to progress the campaign and finish it, you will need to take on the Reapers.
I mean, we're going for it, Paul.
It's all good unless he heals.
Right. Seems as we've been moved quite far away, Paul. Quite far away.
Well, you've still got teleport, so you could go back there.
I could go back there, Paul, but where's the fun in that? Oh, I could go back there. Let's go back there. Let's go back there, Paul. Please, please give me... No, it's not going to get it. Do any more action points?
No, I think you used them all
okay,
up.
let's see. Can we talk this out?
Chat is rooting against you because if you delay longer, they get more drops.
Brilliant. I mean, if I fail, it means the stream ends really early, chat. So just to be clear on this, if I die, it's stream over. So if you just joined us, I'm Arthur. I'm one of the community managers here at Frontier. This is Paul. We are playing through Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters, and we're taking on Agar Benevolent.
Benevolent, yeah.
I said the second playthrough, Paul was successful. I am doing not so well at the moment.
I mean, none of them are critically wounded at this point.
Is that your metric for success,
Yes. Paul? You've seen my other playthroughs. If they're not critically wounded, you're doing well.
Now, all enemies gain +5 armor for 1 turn. Great. That includes Agar, I'm assuming. And this thing. Right, well, okay. Oh, that's fine. I get it now. Could have done it last turn, mate. Right, get back here. Miss me? Right, you've got 1 action point, right? Yeah. Use your grenade. Take off
his health, yeah.
Big boy's armor. Right, so all the spawners down. This should take out some Nurglings as well. That takes off his armor. Here comes Papa Librarian.
You're just out of range where you're clicking.
There we go. Have some of that. I like how this mission plays through, because you're on the back foot and then you suddenly like, right, now it's time to just let him have it. So I'm going to let him have it.
I just want to give a big thanks in chat to Heather, being the MVP of chat, helping everyone find the links and stuff they need. So thank you, Heather.
Right, he's less than half
and thank you to all the
now.
other mods as well.
I'm just going in for everything now.
Firing everything you've got.
Fire everything! Oh, this guy's here.
Chat's asking what engine the game's built on. It's Unity, I believe.
I don't know. I think so.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's Unity. If you do that, you'll take out a bunch of Nurglings.
This way.
Yeah, and you'll hurt.
That's the most amount of Nurglings I think I can get. I don't have enough. So that will reduce, because I reckon he's going to try and heal after this.
Yeah. I was going to say you could take out a couple more and then realise that would set your knights on fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Such dreary and ungrateful
I think my
We should all be celebrating the blue.
okay. Well, we still got stuff to do here. What have we got
Any
here?
of your knights need
Iron
healing.
arm. Okay, so target knight within 1 range to gain 1 stun with melee attacks for 1 turn. No good now. Warp speed biomancy. Target a knight within 1 range to gain +2 critical damage with melee attacks. We'll keep that in a minute. He needs healing.
Oh, you need to click
Yeah, I'm just worried though. If I go over there, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You're a medic. That's what medics do. You put yourself in the firing line. Literally in the firing line in the purgator, but we can move you out the way we can. We're just going to shoot this guy. No, we can't. Let's get you over here, I think.
Can you not melee punch the Plague Bear?
No, I'm the other side of the
Oh, okay.
Grey Knight, unfortunately. Right. Can you go again? You can. Oh, do you know what? Burn him again, mate. Just burn him. Just keep burning him. I think we got him, Paul.
We all believe in you.
I say that, then it's out of ammunition, plague, dying, cough, blind in one eye, my leg's death. Yeah, I knew it. He needed the health back, right? So killing those Nurglings was really useful.
Oh, but he has created a vomit zone.
Affliction resisted. Weakened. Now he's mutated. Oh, good. Look at those Nurglings coming in. What a party!
Ain't no pardon on Nurgling
I
party.
knew you were going to say that. Right, let's get the Apothecary just out of range. Because we need to start doing some damage. Now.
Deotus, there won't be a stream next Wednesday. There'll be a stream next Thursday because that is launch for Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters. We're live from 7:30 BST for the launch, so should be exciting.
Right, you're going to take fire, but that's
It is
necessary.
unavoidable. It is your destiny.
Out. But we're out of that zone. Now.
You need to reload.
Oh no.
But you can do the other one, the one that on
Weaken spray.
No,
I don't
no,
think
you can actually. It's an action point, so I think you can.
No, I have to reload.
Oh,
I have to reload.
my
Doesn't
bad.
matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's been doing the Emperor's work. Let's teleport actually.
Z next X74. Yes, we're going to be streaming after the launch of the game next Thursday.
What have you got? You can. Hurt him.
My will is spent.
Your will's spent. All right. Oh, I've got to reload. I've got a little bit overconfident, chat. And now we're out of ammo. But we're doing all right. No,
We
we're
are
not.
at a psychic attacks.
20 hit points. Come on.
You could teleport.
Teleport strike, I think. Oh, I haven't got teleport strike.
No, you went for critical, but you could teleport behind and do
Yes.
just start wailing away.
Start wailing away. Hello, buddy.
7:30 BST is PM.
Ha!
Oh,
Yeah, why not?
that camera angle for the chat.
Hey, get that money shot. Get that money shot. It's not messing around. We got him. We got him, chat. Do what you got to do, Agar. Who's gonna get absolutely battered here? Someone's gonna get it. Is it gonna be the Purifier again? Like into the muck. He's gonna go into the muck and he hits him. Oh no, he picked somebody else.
Thankfully, just missed.
Thankfully, he went for the medic or the apothecary. Sorry. Are you in pain? Get some health back, though, isn't it?
Don't taunt the Grain Tonkeen one.
Oh, he's converted the Nurglings into. But he's on bleed, look. And he's inflamed. Whatever, mate. Whatever. Right, chat, who are we going to kill him with? Oh, easy. Easy. Who do you want to kill him with? Who's earned it? Who's earned the greater demon kill?
One vote for medic.
He's right. The only thing is the medic is right next to someone. I worry if I move him. We can try it.
Chat says the brazier.
Don't think the brazier could do it, you know.
I don't know if that would reach from there.
Alright, let's just. No, that would down.
That would down your Grey Knight, yeah.
He can melee. He can block this, can't he?
He has a chance to. You might still be able to hit him, but he has a chance to block.
We could give the medic the best amount of chance to try and do this. If he can't do it.
Oh, you can disable the melee weapon. If you disable his arm, he cannot hit you.
Well, I think he can hit me though, still, can't he?
Well, now you can stab him in the face.
But if I was to.
But if you hit him now,
Yes,
he's dead.
yes.
And you gain a willpower. Which means that if you survive, you might be able to.
I mean, the Purgator kind of deserves it after 2 rounds of just being absolutely battered by this guy. I think it's got to be him. Purifier, sorry. Have it. Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
Have it.
Bye, Agar.
Now, Paul, I don't want to brag or anything, but no one got critically injured, and I didn't use any stratagems. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But no, it was great. You stopped me from dying like 3 times there, Paul.
Backseat gaming.
Well, there we go, chat. 2 wins, Paul. We're undefeated so far. Undefeated.
Don't jinx it.
I'm feeling good going into the last. Well, our launch stream with Noah. I'm feeling good. I feel like when Noah sees these, he'll be like, "No, my proteges have done well. We were aggressive. We went in. GG to the Purifier and the Interceptor. I think learnings from this particular incident is Interceptor is key.
For this,
and moving around real quick.
Interceptor is very good.
Doesn't help when someone gets dragged back in, though, does it, Paul? When they get dragged back into the old air.
In my defence, I didn't care.
Brilliant, thank you. Right, continue. I don't think we need to show any more of this because we sort of done this before, but so we may as well go to the main screen. We do have one little treat for you. Oh, quick. Oh, yeah, we go. Oh, my God, I got worried. I was looking at that screen and not this screen. I was like, oh, my God, quick. We do have one little treat for you, though. I did promise you, someone asked about the gore and stuff, and so as it's clear, we're playing a development build of this game. So I want to show you, as you saw in there, we had a chance to execute some of the enemies, and at the moment it's just a very standard thing. It's very standard, still it's really cool. But I look at the producer here and I get a thumbs up on this, and to show the little animation. I'm getting a confident nod. So I want to show you, this is still work in progress, but this is how the executions, you'll be seeing a bit more of this coming up.
It's an example.
An example of an execution, so
this
is how they're shaping up.
we have that again?
Can we have that again? I'm sure chat will want to see that again. So I'd love to be able to show it in slow motion, but I thought that might please you, chat. So there are several of these things for different weapons as such. We'll let you discover them as you play through the game, but it's very fun. Does exactly what it says in the tin, and it's a little bit more, makes you feel like you're absolutely executing them, but it's just yes, executions. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I thought you might like that, chat. So you can thank Grandfather Paul for getting this, and
Grandfather Paul
and Whimsical Will, who's in the distance somewhere, who behind the strings found them for us. And yes, of course, Adam, we thank you. So you want to you can do slow motion. Oh, hang on, whoa, hang on. What a world we live in.
Let's have slow motion.
Wow. There we go, chat. You asked. You asked for slow motion. And there we go. Amazing stuff. So yeah, that's what we've got going in. So that's been our stream for today. I love these streams. I love playing this game. I love playing this game with you, Paul, because we have a lot of fun. We love the lore, etc.
You like to watch me charge off and go, "What are you doing?" And then when I somehow survive, you're like, "This doesn't make any sense to how I play."
And you were like, "Shall I go first? Did you want to go first?" And I was like, "You're like my canary, Paul. You go first, and then if I can see what we've got to do." But look, it's been a lot of fun. We've got one more stream up until the next stream is our launch stream. So the game launches next Thursday, so 1 week, 1 day away, on May the 5th for it's out on Steam and Epic, so for PC. You can pre-order now, obviously, and all that sort of good stuff. Goes live at 3 p.m. I think we said.
3 p.m. BST. That's the company. Well, obviously, there'll be a thread on forums of Steam to sort of confirm that, but that's the current aim.
That's cool. I think that's covered off most of the stuff. Next week's going to be really special. We're going to be joined by Noah Jackson, who's lead developer for Complex Games. I'm going to get his job title wrong. I'm off to a bad start already. Creative director. There we go. Complex Games, who've made the incredible
and CEO, I think.
All right. Someone's been doing his homework. But anyways, it's been great. Paul, I've had a lot of fun. Have you had fun?
I've had fun.
So we're 3 streams, 3 victories, and 2 victories against Agar. What could go wrong next week?
Everything.
Brilliant.
Literally everything.
Excellent.
Like all the things.
Okay, get it, Paul. I know what everything. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Thursday, 7:30 for our launch stream. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.